8.
8. I thought 8 was last week. That was 7.
No,
No,
nope.
no, 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 no. This
Alright,
is
that's a
8.
special
This is
episode.
me.
Alright,
This is 8.
it's episode 8 of Just Friends podcast. We have a special guest today. Alright, my bad. Oh yeah, we have a special guest today. Would you like to mention something?
Yes, sir. I go by Rozay.
Richard.
Little O, little A.
Yeah.
And
Where can they
That was
follow you
so
at?
like dry just now. My fault.
Nah,
No,
you
you
good.
good,
You
bro.
good. No, you good. You good.
No,
You
you
gonna
sound
get.
good.
It's gonna
You
get
sound
loose
good.
as it goes on.
As
It's
it
gonna get.
progresses,
Yeah,
yeah, don't worry.
yeah. Yeah.
The nerves are just working.
Nah, you straight.
I take fucking shit off.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know me. I go by Palm, aka Palm 215, aka Mr. We here. Get the water. We in the building, and beside me is my other co-host.
It's the boy Red X2213. You already know we live from the 215, and you know your ninja here. You know how I feel. So pretty much we're gonna get into this great episode of our special guest Rozay to tell us about a lot of things. You know,
Yes, sir.
starting off with the first question, Palm.
The first question is, what are your passions?
What are my passions?
Yeah, what are your passions? And what are your passions and who is Rozay as a person? So you can start off with like who is Rozay as a person and then get into your passions and the things that you are pursuing.
Okay. Who is Rozay? Could I put it? This is a laid back dude, man. Hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
Chill as fuck.
Yeah.
I have like I don't. It's not like a crazy thing. It's like a little small dream of mine. Like outside of like I want to have a better life for me and a better life for Gabby and shit like that. But we're just talking about shit that I just like am passionate about. I love art.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that I draw.
Yeah.
I'm working on getting a drawing tablet so I can start doing like more digital work and shit like that.
Yes.
Don't laugh. It's a thing that I've always wanted to do since I like even first like saw Maximilian on YouTube. Like I aspired to do something similar to him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the streaming, the gaming,
Yeah.
doing everything outside of like fighting games and shit like that. Having my big collections of like pops and figures and statues and shit of things that I love.
Yeah.
He's something that I do all this for. You know what I mean? Like I see what he does, and it's just genuinely something that makes him happy. And to have people around me that really push me. Shout out to my man, Abe. Shout out to my lady. They really push me for this, and we're working on trying to make it bigger than what it is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Make it great.
Yeah. And me personally, like I could say the same thing about like Max being like one of my inspirations too, because I watched him do it, and I was watching a lot of his streams before I started streaming, but I wasn't only watching him. I was watching like Rizzy, and I was watching this guy named Rhinox that's an upcoming streamer as well. I was watching him do it, and I was like, yo, I want to do everything that makes me happy. And then even like in the beginning, because what you said, because I understand what you mean as far as like don't laugh, because in the beginning it's like you want to do all these things but you don't want to be judged for it. So it's just like to have like the support system of a judge-free zone and to pursue everything that you want to pursue to me is important, because I have went through that of just being like self-conscious in the beginning, like, yo, can I do this, or should I do this, or I don't want like people to laugh at what I do when I actually need and want support for this. And to have that around, I think that's definitely dope. But to be fearless and do it, I would say like is that shows like your character as a person. And to be honest, like I told you I was gonna wait to tell you this, but I definitely want to give you your flowers, because like in the beginning, yeah, in the beginning, I was when I was just putting clips out before I was even streaming or whatever, when I was just putting clips out in 2019 of just gaming, you supported from the very beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I started streaming, you made it your mission to support, you know what I'm saying, and to push people forward. So it was just like that's how I met you, because it was like damn, like this dude is supporting, and I came by your streaming like 2020, and just talking to you about certain shit, and watching you stream. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, this dude is dope. And to see a lot of the stuff that you are doing, because to me it's like more than just art, and how you're promoting everybody, and then the work that you put in, it makes me want to work harder, because like I said, I see everything. I might not say anything, or I might not comment on everything, but I
Yeah.
definitely see everything, down to like the storylines that you write on your stories, and you have like the little cartoon animation of it. It's dope. It's dope. Like the pizza shit had me dying. I ain't gonna lie. That shit, bro, had me rolling. It was like the last slice of pizza, and I think it got ate, and you was dreaming about it. And he was like, no. And that shit had me rolling, bro.
No,
I
because
was
that's how it really feels. Though. I love pizza. I
yeah,
really genuinely love pizza,
yeah,
and I had to just post that because I was just like, yo, that's me.
yeah. That's dope, man. Like that shit was definitely dope. And to see the different like storylines, even with streaming, I think last year one of the best like streams that I have watched. And it was wild, because it's like I think more people could do shit like this, but haven't done shit like this. The fact that you and your significant other was having a debate about Dead or Alive, and then y'all turned it into a whole stream. Y'all turned it into a whole thing, was dope. It was creative. It was dope as shit. I was like, yo, I was like, he's creative, and he's on to something. No, it's like to me, that deserves more eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're putting in a lot of work. And that to me is like, yo, like I was like, yo, like this, like he's definitely something different. Like all I could say is just to keep doing what you're doing, and just never give up, because what you're doing and the hard work that you're putting in is definitely, people are definitely gonna see it. You're gonna be something great. You already are something great.
No, I appreciate that, man. That
Yeah,
means you just hit me in the heart with that one. I appreciate
yeah,
that. I don't just want to do it just for me. Like I do it for Gabs because a lot of the shit that you guys see,
yeah,
like with like some of the little the little startup screens,
yeah,
the ideas.
yeah,
I can run it through her
yeah,
a lot, and I'm just like, yo, how do you feel about this? And she's just like, she'll be like, you sure that's you? And I'm just like, it's not me. And you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
So she's like, she's one of the main people that
yeah,
hold me down. Like I said, shout out to my man Abe.
mhm,
He's another one that really is like a right hand man to me. But when it comes down to like the person behind the scenes, that's always behind me because y'all always hear her talking shit.
yeah. Yo, yeah, that
But
shit, that blonde shit.
Nah.
She was like, "You like blondes?" I was like, "Damn!" Like,
Damn.
I was like, "Yo," I was
no,
like,
it's
"Yeah,
just ironic that most of the characters that like I like, and she's definitely gonna say something because she's actually right here. Most of the
He was like,
characters
"What you
that I
mean?"
like,
He was like, "I like Laura." That should be dying. I was like,
she was
"Yo,
like, but you like Cammy though. I was just like, yeah, but Cammy's been the one that like really got me into like fighting games and shit like that.
yeah,
Mhm.
Because I tell this story all the time. My cousins wouldn't never ever let me play with like Ryu or any of the cool characters. So I was just like, okay, this chick here with the leotard looks pretty cool. She's fast, and ever since then, like any game that I could find that she's in, I play it because she like what's the word, signifies. I guess
Mm.
signify would be the right word. Like
I mean,
I love this stuff. You know what I mean? This
yeah,
fighting
yeah.
games or gaming in general.
yeah,
It's it's something that like eases me. You know what I mean? I go through.
Mm.
I'm a 9 to 5er.
hmm,
I go through like every nine other 9 to 5ers out there that just work, try to get their
Mm.
money, and the streaming and the gaming on the side helps me like cope with a lot of shit. Like
yeah,
Mm.
I'm sharing. It's for me, my mental. It keeps me chilled. I don't really go out much like that.
Yeah,
And sometimes when I do go out, I go out with my girl to conventions and we go out to eat and shit like that.
yeah,
But gaming for me is just like this is my peace.
yeah,
When I was young, I used to get clowned for this shit. You know what I mean? He's like, "Oh, Rozay, what are you doing? You ain't got no life." Blah blah blah. And a lot of the dudes that used to clown me be on it now. Like,
Facts.
bro,
Oh,
you
so
were
that's
clowning
what
the
that.
shit out of you.
So that's what that question came from that day on stream.
Yeah,
All right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because I was wondering. I was like, "Yo, like, I was like, are you?" Because in my head, I was like, "Were you talking about somebody in particular?" Or
Yeah.
was it because I was like, damn, because I was like, damn, that sound like some because when you said that, like what about the person that like what if somebody like you ever started streaming and somebody was like, why you stream anyway? It's not like you're gonna be famous and turn around and be streaming. I was like, damn, that sound
yeah.
like some hating ass shit. And
Facts.
I was
No,
like,
you were going in that night. I was
yeah,
like, damn, I wish I
like a
recorded this
palm
shit.
goes on a palm rant from time to time. That's just me. It's worse when I'm off the henny, but
Bro. And worse than that, yo, you were
yeah.
going off. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
damn, maybe I should never said nothing to this man. He can't even focus on the game no more.
Nah, because I don't like to be honest, I don't like shit like that because I seen people in my high school deal with shit like that. Like I like it was this particular like besides gaming, it was this particular woman that I know that she wanted to do poetry in school, but she
Shout out.
felt
I dig
like
poetry.
yeah, she felt like she couldn't do it or she didn't want to go to anybody about it because everybody was gonna judge her. But that's what made her happy. That's the shit that she loved to do. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she felt like she couldn't be open and talk to certain people about it made me feel some type of way because it's like, damn, you have people that's gonna shun you or talk shit about you off of something that you love and something that you want to pursue. So like with her, she came to me and she let me hear what she had, and I was like, yo, you should do it. And ever since then, she's been doing poetry ever since. So I think people, instead of people putting people down about what they like, they should absolutely support it because motherfuckers could be killing somebody out here. That's what I said. Like the homie Hot Damn, well, not even a homie. Hopefully, I get to meet him. Hot Damn I Rock was this dude I watched. He said,
Mhm.
if you want to be a fucking Ninja Turtle, be that shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Do what makes
For
you
real.
happy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I live by. Just do what makes you happy.
Nah, real shit.
Yeah.
That's the best way to be. Because if not, you're gonna forever be sad and go through a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck what they feel. Fuck how they
Right.
say. Live your truth. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just
Yes, sir.
that's how it is. But it's always been like that, bro. Just like when Pokemon. You see what happened when Pokemon Go came out? Remember that bullshit?
Oh,
All of a sudden,
bro.
everybody was playing Pokemon. Like, who the fuck is this? Like,
Yo, son. There
Like,
be dudes like I see like the most. I don't even know if you could even use this as a word. I saw like dudes that I would see on the block in the hood,
playing
the
Pokemon.
OGs and shit, walking by with their phone talking about, yo, I got to catch. I'm about to go over there and catch this phone. I'm like, what? What is for real? That's what we doing?
yo, I remember when I was at work, right? When I was working at the airport, right? So I had to stack bags on the it was like this cart, I had to stack bags on the cart, right? So I'm taking the bags off the carousel to stack them in the cart. It's this guy that put because you had like when it come on to certain shit, you have to put like you have to put like things on top of Tupperware, right? Like all the what is it like? It was all the carriages, the baby carriages and shit like that. You had to put them on like the Tupperware. This one dude put his phone on the Tupperware and had it going round and round in the carousel to get shit. He was like, "Yeah, I forgot what you had to do because you know I'm not a person that play Pokemon. I always clown to say I'm not a Pokemoner all the time because
He's
I
a
always
player
do that shit.
Pokemon on the low. He really
I'm
is.
not. I don't like
Nah, you
Pokemon
are.
ain't my thing.
Listen, there's a thin
Pokemon
line
ain't
between love and hate.
I look. Yeah, like you can't get me to play Pokemon for shit, especially not Pokemon Go, because I looked at Pokemon Go as some shit to distract
You
everybody
be playing
because
Pokemon Go, so I know.
I don't be playing Pokemon Go.
Yes,
I
you do.
really
That's
do.
why you always bringing it up. You saying
No, the fuck I'm not. I swear to God, if you catch me playing Pokemon like that, like I would swear, yo. The only game that I probably played. No, I played Pokemon when I was a kid. I'm lying. I played when I was a kid, but
Mhm.
I just didn't understand it. Like I was playing on like the Game Boy, so I didn't really understand exactly what to do. Yeah, you're right. I didn't give it a chance, so I'm not gonna act like I'm not.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Supremacy. Oh my god.
I'm not. I'm like I wouldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh either. That mean I wouldn't support nobody that want to play Yu-Gi-Oh. You know what I'm saying? He said no.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Stresses you out.
Yeah. He said that's
for real?
one.
Yeah.
No,
It depends.
Think about it. I don't want to
Still play it.
Like,
Try it.
No,
No. Try it.
not
Try
in
to
a
play
bad
it,
way.
bro.
Like what I'm saying is like some of the cards that you want, like in real life, is viable. So like if you want to do those cards in particular, so like when you're getting them out the pack by chance, they would cost like $50. You know what I'm saying? So like so like in a sense, it's like pay to see. Some cards is very very valuable. Yeah. Some thousands of dollars.
No, I know that. Like I see them at like shops and stuff.
Yeah.
Like comic book shops.
The only time you'll see me play Pokemon now is if I decide to really play Smash. I'll probably play a Pokemon in that
That
game.
don't count.
They don't.
Well, then it'll be that other Pokemon game that's an arena fighter. I'll probably play that.
You don't even
You
have
nigga, you only played it once.
I
We
know.
did make you play it.
Wrong.
Come on,
You
son.
say I'm perpetrating.
Ditto. You get a ditto right now. You know you understand.
Do you mess with Arceus?
Listen, I don't play Pokemon.
You don't play Pokemon.
I
at all,
really
like,
don't.
like,
I
at
don't.
all.
Yeah, I don't. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
You
not,
wouldn't even try it though. That one.
Nah,
that
nah,
one's
Pokemon.
revolutionary though.
I'm not,
I can keep saying
I'm
that
not
shit.
gonna force you. I'm not gonna force you.
I know. I just say that shit because
I'm a Pokemon. I'm not a Pokemoner.
I
Nah,
just do that to
nigga.
fuck with Juice. I do that to fuck with Juice. Like me and Juice have these running. After a while, you gonna see me and Juice be having like running jokes against each other. It is wild.
Everybody here play Pokemon, but you.
Look, every niggas is writing in the chat talking about some time we gonna have to talk. No, we don't.
Dog,
Like, come
bro.
on, man.
I'm telling
Like,
you, son. You gotta play it. You got the emulator now. Play red and blue, bro.
why?
Just play
I
it.
don't want
Play
to
it
play
again.
Pokemon, bro. Like,
Just
y'all,
play it again.
I look, listen. I can play it through y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't
know
play
what
it
I'm
to us.
saying?
You gotta
Like,
How does that
experience it.
work?
I don't know. I just watch y'all play it
watching
and
it.
support.
Are you scared that you might like it? That's why you don't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
You're scared that you might get
Yeah,
addicted?
no.
Take back
That's
everything you said.
that's MOBA games. I'm scared of that because I feel like I'm gonna get lost into that. Pokemon, I might get lost into that too. I don't want to. Like, I don't know.
You think you're gonna get stuck like in Fantasy Star and Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm Final Fantasy 14.
Nah, like and it's like you know me. Once I get into something, I get stuck in it for a minute until like I get out of it. I don't. It's just like I don't want to. Yeah, like I don't want to do that.
That's
But
what
bro,
that's
you
what
gotta
got
do
me
it
excited.
sometimes. Yeah, you experimenting. Dog,
Yeah.
listen.
Because that's what happened with Halo now, and now I just be wanting to play Halo.
And nothing wrong with that.
I don't be wanting to play fighting games like that. I just be wanting to play Halo now.
There's
Like,
nothing wrong with that.
I'm stuck in Halo mode right now. And I want to play fighting games, but I'm like, I just
It's
want
a
to play
different
Halo.
feel.
It's like it's
Sometimes you gotta do
You
it.
want to play Halo because it's not as stressful. Because it's just like
nah.
it's a quick
Halo,
game.
no. Halo is
Is
stressful.
it stressful?
Yes.
It can get stressful, yeah.
Yeah, especially when somebody walking around the hammer hitting you all the time. You're like, what the fuck? And then when you get the hammer and you can't do shit, and you're like, damn, I can't do shit with this hammer. What the
No,
fuck?
I know
Yeah,
how-
mouse and keyboard,
I
baby.
know how that
Yeah.
feels.
Swing it.
Yeah. So
You
it's
gotta
just like
swing that shit.
yeah, so it's just like I get caught like yo, I like Halo. I'm stuck. That's what I'm stuck at right now. Like, and it's wild because I don't even like shooters like that. Well, I like it, but it doesn't like do it for me like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't stay stuck on shooters. Halo and like Back for Blood had me stuck. Like, I don't want to play nothing else. But I'm done with Back for Blood because I didn't beat it twice. So I'm kind of done. But with Pokemon, I don't know. It's like
Just play
Play
it. man.
Temtem. Okay, I know you. Go play Temtem. Like,
yeah, fuck you, man.
I know.
I know you.
How
No,
much you want to bet?
play
I put money
Yokai
on
Watch.
this shit. Yokai Watch. Nah, that's too. It's
It's
different.
Pokemon.
Yeah, but it's
It's
too
kinda
different
like-
though.
But you remember, he got to play something that's similar, but it's different.
That's what I'm saying. Temtem is
I
really
hate
this
y'all doing
Pokemon.
this shit. Stop doing. I
You
hate
gonna like
that y'all
that?
doing.
You gonna like
I
that,
don't-
Jones? It's stupid.
I hate
Or,
y'all,
or you can get
man.
Pokemon guns.
Nah.
You get that, John. That's one dope too.
Rose, look, we've been trying to get
Yo.
this man's to replay Monster Hunter, right?
Mhm.
But this nigga will play a game that's similar to the shit, but
It's
won't
not
play Monster
similar.
Hunter.
The only thing that's similar is the grind. As far as what is it
Listen.
called? As far as remnant, the only thing similar is the grind. That's it.
It's the same.
No, it's not, man.
Yeah,
You seen what happened? You seen what happened?
Remnant, the fucking, it was called Remnant,
The remnant of the ashes.
Ashes, yeah. This remains ashes or some shit like that. It's some weird
Remnant of
ass
the
thing.
ashes. I like
Bro.
it. I can't.
It's like
You see
Monster
what
Hunter.
Monster Hunter did with me. It's like after the Sasuke. It's like after Naruto and Sasuke fight the first time. Nothing but I went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? It put me to sleep. I like the game. Yeah, I like watching people play Monster Hunter on a late night. Do I like playing Monster Hunter like that? No. It's a beautiful game to look at though. Because I'm not gonna lie, with me, I like especially when it comes on the streams. I know we veered off. When it come on the when it come on the streams, I like watching chill shit at night. You know what I'm saying? So at night I like watching people play chill shit. So sometimes I don't even be wanting to watch people play fighting games. Sometimes I literally be scrolling down and I be like, damn, can somebody play something chilling so I can watch it? That's how I be. I just be wanting to look at some chill shit. It don't matter how many viewers or nothing. I just be wanting to watch some chill shit from time to time. I don't always be wanting to. I don't always be wanting to watch like niggas go super crazy or something that's super. Sometimes I be wanting to watch some chill shit. But yeah,
I understand, but nigga, you still gonna play Monster Hunter. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck all that.
See what they're doing? You see what they do? These are my friends in real life.
Yes.
And
you're gonna play Monster Hunter, nigga, because you bought the fucking ninja joint, and you like to be a ninja like I am. Then come on, nigga, play the one with the ninjas. Let's go. Let's go. He is a ninja. As much as you don't want to admit it, Gambit is a fucking ninja.
No pressure. Like, come on, man.
No pressure.
You see what they're doing to me? They force
content's under pressure.
They love it.
Mark Echo.
One more thing. All right, back to the Pokemon thing. Rozay, I would like to know your thoughts on Legends Arceus, like the game take.
The game's amazing. The game is truly amazing. To go from I played Pokemon like all my life. Like I've played like all of them except for if you don't mind me veering off, baby. Which ones were Which ones were the ones Sun and Moon?
Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon.
X and Y?
And X and Y, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't play all of them, but I played a majority of the Pokemon games and I played them like hard and faithfully. I love the Pokemon games and go from like the little pixelated joints with the little characters just like waddling left and right to like being able to dodge the Pokemon trying to attack you and shit like that. So you're out in the like open world. But as a fan, it's just like crazy for me because I'm just like, yo, this is beautiful. I was able to see this game go from the 2D, the little 2-bit character to a full-blown legs, arms, eyes. The Pokemon are standing right in front of you. Your Pokemon standing right next to you in battle, and they're not in front of you just wiggling. You know what I mean? They're like really there. And as a fan, I just like truly enjoy the game. Like the game's everything.
It's good to hear. I can't get it yet. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get it soon.
All right, so.
Oh no, it's if as a Pokemon fan you need that. It's wrong that you don't have it right now.
Listen, man. It's kind of hard, man.
Yeah.
Hard.
Juice, do you got it?
No, I'm gonna get it soon.
Like, you supposed to be the very best that nobody ever was. And you don't got the Nah, bro, you gotta understand how much this man talk about Pokemon, bro.
Listen,
you don't
bro.
understand. You supposed to be that. You supposed to be that.
Listen, they burned me out with Sword and Shield, bro. So I had to think.
Man, listen, man. As
I
much as you talk about Pokemon, you're supposed to have it.
No, I'm gonna get it, but I was a little skeptical.
It's understandable. Yeah. It's understandable, especially at the way that Pokemon's been going, and then he been playing that shit forever, so it makes sense. It's different.
I've been playing that shit since fucking Red. My first one was Juggle, but that's how long I've been playing it.
Nigga, nah.
Yeah, I had the very first Blue version. That's when I started off with.
Yeah. But anybody else got anything else that they want to talk about?
Hell yeah, I got one for you, Brody. So,
Okay.
what's the first fighting game that got you into fighting games?
It was X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Let's fucking go.
Nice. Oh
Let's
Mm,
fucking
yeah.
go.
hey, the classic.
Yeah.
Let's
That was
go.
that was my very first one that I ever like. That's the one where I found King. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
Yeah.
Was X-Men versus Street Fighter, and because of them like not allowing me to play with like the cooler characters, I didn't touch Wolverine in any fighting game after that till Marvel vs. Capcom. And that's the only time
mm,
I touched Wolverine because they would never. I went through like a little dry spell because the only other games I would play like because I wanted to play more Street Fighter back then, but I never really had people that really wanted to play those games. And I
mm.
really kind of like veered off to a lot of games because of my friends. Like I went
Oh,
from like Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, Soul Calibur here and there, Tatsunoko versus Capcom,
phew.
Mm,
go back to
Cool.
Smash
Cool.
Brothers.
mm,
Um,
Mm,
um, there's just so much like, but where it started was X-Men versus Street Fighter, and that's
mm,
where just like I love my team games. Don't get me wrong, I love team games. I love games that you can share with people and go along in the story. I love RPGs and hack and slash.
yeah.
Devil May Cry is one of the most amazing games out there. If anyone
mm.
was
Yes, it
putting that
is.
out there, I
Yeah.
love me some Devil May Cry.
Mm-hmm.
But fighting games is just something different for me. It's just
Mm,
like it goes back to like what you guys talk about, like from the last episode that you guys did,
mm,
where you guys were talking about like I think it was Red that mentioned it that it doesn't feel like it feels like everybody's fighting the same. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And back then we didn't have the whole this is how you play the character, this is how it is done. We didn't have patches and shit when someone cried. Oh, we gotta go fix that to make it better to make the make it easier for them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think a lot of the new gamers now, especially when it comes to the FGC, they don't appreciate some of what they got. You know what I mean? Because
Mm.
back then, if something was broken, it was broken. You had to
Yep.
deal with it.
Yeah.
Forever.
No matter what it was, you could cry. No one's gonna. Hey, nothing we can do for you, Papa. You gotta have to deal with this.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
You
fighting
ain't get a
games is
new
just a
version
different
later.
beast. When it,
Yeah.
it's a different feeling because it's just like I don't have to worry about anybody else. The only thing is just me and you. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
Yeah.
It's either I have to outwit you, outplay you. If I lose to you, it's on me. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
did something wrong, or I made the mistake. I didn't have someone behind me going AFK. Now I'm getting jumped by the team, and they're just putting bullets in my head. You know what I mean?
fact.
But
Kilo.
Mm,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
but where it first started for games for me was fighting games. Like that's everything for me. You know what I mean? That fighting games is just like a I want to get better, and like seeing how you guys do it. Like now, I'm like always in the lab. I find new ways to use the lab. You know what I mean? I sat there
yeah.
watching like you guys do combos in Marvel vs. Capcom over and over and over and over, and I
Mm,
watched you guys do like the backdashes, the the rank matches you guys played, and I watched you play your games, and I'm just like, yo, these dudes are actually, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I like at the end of the day, I love gaming, I love fighting games, but I'm a fan as well because I love watching people do their thing. Like I watch a lot of dudes that post their clips and shit like that, and I go by people's streams, and I want other people to see these dudes play because I'm gonna say, yo, I enjoy watching them play.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see have other people see that and just be like, yo, people like hard work is like these
Mm-hmm.
dudes are like gaming at a different level compared to like these dudes right here. You have the people that just do a couple of things to just oh it looks pretty, it looks cool. I'm gonna post that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm,
But no one could. I know people that I don't want to like differentiate like for gamers and fighting gamers and the FGC and shit like that. But
yeah.
people that just really know the game, you know what I mean? Like Tekken, for example, you guys do the back dashes, and I can't even do that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But seeing you guys do it and seeing how you guys go into combos and do like these big ass combos, get them to the wall, break the wall, get the combo, keep going. I watched Juice the other night. I think it was like maybe like a couple weeks ago. He was
Yeah.
playing Tekken, and he was, I don't know if he was fighting. I think it was a Hayachi.
Yeah.
The Hayachi was whooping on him, and then next thing you know, Juice just turned up on him and destroyed him the rest of the way. And he all you hear was like, "Damn, that was a good one."
Real shit.
Shit like that gets
Yeah.
me like pumped. I'm just like, okay, I gotta go play some Tekken for a bit now. But shit like that, I appreciate seeing that because that's like, okay, I'm not gonna get flustered. I'm in a good space right now. He might have
Mm,
a life lead, but no matter what, I'm gonna get this dub.
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
I
So
think he
like,
tried to low parry him, and then once he hit the low parry, it was over. That man was
Mm,
getting comboed all the way to the wall. But that's why I shout people out and I try to support everybody around me that really show like they're hungry. They want to be seen because like they have all these big time gamers and these pro players and shit like that. But
yeah.
there's someone that probably lives down the street that could probably smoke this dude, but no one will ever see him. No one
Mm,
will ever be like, "Yo, come out to this tournament." Because all it takes is just one little invite, one little chance to just be like, "Yo, this dude's just as good as this dude. Trust me and believe." And he goes out there, smokes half the dudes, and they're like, "Oh shit, wow, this dude could really play."
yeah.
You guys would never know that if someone don't give them like, because when people come by my stream, I tell them like, "Yo, you gotta check these people out." You know what I mean?
Mm,
Try to make a section for it. I can't get the whole thing to fit. But I want people to see like someone might enjoy watching me play, but then they see someone like, "Yo, I play that character too."
mm,
I just gave someone a chance to see someone that plays their character that might not have a big name. You know what I mean?
mm,
But that plays the character just as well as some of these big name dudes and could give you the same kind of explanation because there's some weirdos out there that
yeah.
will just keep like certain things to themselves and it's just like, bro, you couldn't just tell them that. I get it, we're all competitors and shit like that, but I don't see the point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, somehow, some way, someone's gonna get that tech out there. Someone else is gonna figure it out and just say, you know, just holding the dude back for just a little bit, just to have a small competitive edge. And sometimes, even if you don't tell them the tech, they end up smoking you anyway. So it's just like, come on.
yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's what, because a lot of people in the competitive scene is wondering why. Like some people wonder why like America hasn't caught up to Japan in fighting games, but that's the reason why. They
Mm-hmm.
tell each other tech. They help each other out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when it come on to us and what we're trying to do is just break the mold, is break the mold of you feel like you have to hold information from somebody. You don't feel like you don't have to hold information. Give the information because we give the information to all of us. If somebody if me and somebody's playing in the set and they ask me how to beat it, I'm gonna tell them how to beat it. It's up to me to adjust. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like I never want to hold somebody back from being their full potential. I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I feel like that's something that has to change if Americans want to be on the level of Japan. Japan, they share their tech. They play together. You know what I'm saying? You have people that that know that they could tell you something that can help you out, just like you said, and won't do it. But then turn around and wonder why they can't beat Japan.
Facts.
Turn around and wonder why they can't beat the UK. Turn around and wonder why they can't beat this other country. I believe that America's kind of like in last place right now when it comes to a lot of fighting games because they don't share tech. It's the American mentality.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
Everybody's just trying to beat the other person. They're not really. Everybody just wants to get ahead of someone else, just so
yeah,
that they could have a reason to be like, okay, I'm better than you. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. And with me, like
It's weird.
with me,
Real
I'm
shit.
only competitive in a competitive setting, like a tournament. That's the only like I matured to the point where I only like competitiveness for real, when I'm in a competitive setting like a tournament. Of course, if I'm playing a set, I'm trying to beat you regardless. But it's still fun for me. But I'm still trying to beat you. But I don't get to the point where I'm not gonna. If you ask me how to beat it, I'm not gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you. Even at a tournament, if somebody was to ask me like, yo, like what can I possibly do to do this, that, and the third after our set, I'll tell them like, yo, you could do this, you could have did this, or you could have stopped me by doing this, that, and the third. I'll tell them right after the set what they could have done. I wouldn't if they ask me or whatever, or if I'm feeling great that time, I'll just tell them without them asking me. But I learned that I can't always give people advice
Yeah.
like until they ask me because you don't want to come off as an asshole.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give like unwanted advice. But if somebody asks me, of course I would give the tech. But I know everybody's not like that. And when it comes on to like practicing, I will say for me, I do it on stream because I feel like a lot of people never seen it. They look up to all of these pro players like Justin Wong or like or Yipes or some of these other people. They look up to them, but they haven't seen what they went through in the arcade scene. They just think that they were just born good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't see the practice. They don't see the amount of losses that they took. They like people don't even think Justin took that many losses. They think he came out the wound just that great. And it's like, nah, like he told his origin story and he talked about how his OGs like was killing him in the arcade scene. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're in the
Yeah.
arcade, is worse because you're putting up quarters and getting your ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta go home and play on a console version that's not even as good as the arcade version, and you're practicing on that just to
Fact.
come back to the arcade and hopefully do better. So I do agree with you that people gotta appreciate the times that they're in, that they got training mode and they have these things that can actually help them out to do certain things. And they instead of trying to blame the game and blame the system, hold yourself accountable and practice. Because I'm not gonna lie, you seen Juice do that, but Tekken is a stressful ass game. It is. Tekken
Oh no,
Tekken
I
brings
seen that shit.
Tekken brings the worst out of me.
Shit.
Tekken really makes me rage. It like no other fighting game makes me rage like Tekken does.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Do you
love
think
that
it's
game.
because do you think it's because you put in the most effort in that game?
No. It's the I'll
It's
be
the
real.
game,
It's
bro.
the game. It's the game. But I love the
He wants
game.
to go.
No, because I
It's the
put in I
game.
put in more effort in Third Strike, and this is
Okay.
what this is what pissed me. I put more effort in Third Strike and Marvel One. People just started coming into like people started watching me. A lot of people just started watching me through Tekken, and this is what was pissing me off. People coming in and watching me on Tekken and thinking I was just a Tekken player. That shit was pissing me off because it was like Third Strike is where I put most of my work in. Third Strike was the first fighting game I got good at, and even late. I started taking fighting games seriously in 2015 or 2016, and Third Strike was the first game that I felt like I got good at. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I put in a lot of work in Third Strike. You know what I'm saying? Tekken is just it's gonna do it to you regardless of who you are. It's gonna bring the worst out of you. People have seen me rage on Tekken. I done went on a whole rant about Tekken one day. Like it was bad, like on stream, and I never do that about a game. Tekken did that to me. Tekken did that shit to X. Like
Yo, facts.
that shit
That
was
shit do that
wild.
shit to me all the fucking time,
Yo,
bro.
Tekken is just
That
it's
game
just
stresses me the
but
fuck out.
but I love the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never say this character get nerfed or nothing because I don't watch somebody play with my main and make it happen. So I'm like, if this person is making it happen, I'm doing something wrong. But it's still fuck this game. I love this game. That's how I be feeling.
Mm-hmm. Real shit, man.
Yeah.
And fucking Tekken, yo, Tekken has put me through so many hurdles, dog. Like it got to the point where I wanted to quit that shit at one point, dog. Like I think the biggest time, if I remember this bullshit, when Noctis came out, yo,
Oh,
when this nigga came out, dog, he fucked that game up so bad for me, dog. I told Palm I'm stop playing this shit for a month and some change straight. Like I literally stopped playing that shit. I went back on my 360, started playing Street Fighter 4. I started doing all that shit, yo. Like
To
I
be
couldn't,
honest,
yo.
it wasn't just him. It was the fact that when he came out, the game kept blue screening. So it was like it didn't make sense to really play the game like that. So we literally stopped playing, went back to the 360. I was playing Third Strike and Street Fighter 4 and Marvel 1. Like we didn't get back on the PS4 until Monster Hunter came out. That's when I was playing Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
So you
after
know you playing Monster Hunter
no,
then.
no,
Yeah.
Stop
that was
lying.
cut.
Stop
See,
lying.
exactly.
That
Stop
was
lying.
cut.
Exactly.
That was
Stop
the time I
lying.
cut. But I played for like
Exactly.
a month. I played for like a
once a
month.
month.
No,
I
you
played.
did. No, you did an event mission with me. You fell asleep on me, and that's what happened. That was the last time you played.
That's the last time you ever played it after that. He
Yeah.
played it. He played it faithfully for a couple weeks and like probably like a month and a half.
And then
And
I
then
got
then the
I
time
got
when we was like, yo, we all gonna get on. This
Oh,
nigga started
man.
falling asleep. This nigga fell asleep before we even got off the goddamn grounds of the mission. Like we didn't even start the mission yet. This nigga fell asleep. It's like, bro,
I'm
it's like
sorry, man. It just
telling you, yo.
Bro, when Negan came out, I almost quit the game. Bro,
Yo.
So you think Negan's worse than Noct? I'm a
Negan's.
Final Fantasy fan.
Negan
I'm
is
really
bullshit.
happy when Noct got
Alright.
put in there.
Alright. Negan is Miguel with a bat. Look at,
Facts.
bro.
Yeah, Negan is bullshit.
That's literally what Negan is. Like, he Miguel with a bat. Like,
I don't
some
want him to get.
bullshit.
I don't want him to get nerfed, but I don't want him to come back either. You know what
Man,
I'm saying?
man, fuck him. He should have been in the damn game to begin with. It's cool, but still, fuck that.
Yeah.
I was surprised they put that man in there. I was like, wait, Negan and Tegan? Okay.
That was
Man,
childish.
Negan, shit.
There's so many other characters they could have put in the game, like returning characters they could have put in the game when they chose to put Negan in the game. Like
I know, like Bruce.
Yeah.
the
They could have put some other people in the game.
Juice would have lost his. The Juice would have lost his point
Oh, shit.
if Bruce was in the game. The Juice.
Don't nobody tell me. Don't,
You-
Josie. No, she's
No.
kickboxing.
No, if Bruce would have came out, you would have seen the Nintendo hat thrown up. Like yo, you would have seen his Pokemon ball. It would have been gone like that. I'm telling you, yo, if Bruce would have came out, Juice would have passed out. I ain't gonna lie, like they should have put Bruce in the game, man. Like no lie, they should have put Bruce in the game. But I wanna ask you this. As a
Okay.
as a streamer and as a content creator, what are the pros and cons to being a content creator and being a streamer? We're gonna start with the pros. We're gonna start with the good shit because
We're gonna start with the good shit.
yeah, we're gonna start with the good shit.
For me,
Yeah.
it's having people to talk to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's having people see things that I genuinely love, that they love, but just can't do it as often as I can. You know what I mean? Because there's probably people that would rather watch me play Street Fighter than watch me play Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's people that just genuinely just sit there and just watch me play. They'll chat with me for a little bit, and they'll vibe out with me. That's one of the main reasons why I stream. I love streaming, and the extra stuff comes is cool. But the friendships that I've made, the people I've met through streaming, like I know people now in like Tennessee that I would never even know if it wasn't for streaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have friends that are abroad in the UK that I talk to from time to time if it wasn't for streaming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My man Lucky J is from Australia.
Facts.
And he's somebody that like really like is a genuinely good dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was one night I was playing Street Fighter and I was just struggling. I was just like, yo, I'm getting tight. I'm like, yo, I feel as if I'm as good as this dude. And he's beating me because of dumb shit. And I'm like, yo, why do I keep losing? I'm getting tight. So Lucky comes in there and he's like, yo, Rick, do me a favor. The next match you play, just walk over to him and back up. I was just like, in my head, I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? What do you want me to just walk over there? He was like, just walk over to him and back up.
Sure.
At least 4 matches straight. Ryu, Ken, Ken, Ken. 4 matches straight. Walked up to him, slid back a little bit. A DP comes flying out. Every single time it happened, they DP'd flying out because no one wants Cammy on them. But my man, Lucky, was just like, yo, Rick, just walk over and back up. In 3 matches straight, I won 3 matches because these dudes just kept flying, letting them joints rip every time. And I'm just like, yo, you got to be kidding. It cannot be this easy.
Yeah.
Legit, just walk up to them and back up, and they just come shooting out with any button. They're gonna press to grab you, DP you. I had a dude literally try to grab me on a knockdown. I'm nowhere near him. And he tried to grab me, and I'm just like, okay, all right. I super him and killed him.
Yeah.
But the camaraderie is cool. Like having people just like genuinely just come there and just be like, yo, we fucks with you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you just sitting there gaming. We just chat.
Yeah.
One of the homies just be like, yo, I watch you because you listen. You know what I mean? I could talk to you.
Yeah.
You're not like these dudes that just be like, okay, hey, what's going on? Hi, and boom, that's it. I'm like, yo, you give me your time. Like, you know what I mean? You could be doing that, whatever. You know what I mean? Talking to your girl, smoking your blunt, drinking, watching it, Real Wives of Atlanta. Who knows? Whatever you do. But you choose to like come out there and just sit with me for like, I don't even care if it's like for 2 minutes. Hey, what's going on, Rosay? How you feeling? I'm good, man. Just having someone just to chat with from time to time.
Yeah.
The extra stuff comes later. It's been genuinely good to me. You know what I mean? Like I went from like having. I'm not like any type of big streamer. I'm far from that. I'm just a dude that just enjoys gaming and just puts it on the screen and then just enjoy it with me. You know what I mean? Because people just. It's just a good feeling to have someone there that just like I mess with this game too, bro. I enjoy this game just as much as you. I had the same ideology, the same thoughts about this game, the same love for this game, and just having someone that enjoys it the same way I enjoy it is just really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I can say with me I think the most that I enjoy, just like you said, is more so like inspiring people. And just giving people a platform where they can speak their piece and be comfortable. Because it's like that's why like on my stream, like I don't always tell people that when I'm going through shit on my stream, because I know people have told me like in confident or DM me and they tell me that my stream brings them peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, like I was like, yo, like I got to keep doing this because this is inspiring people and this is helping people out. And you know, my biggest thing like of like goals, like goals in general, like before I die or when I die, I want to be remembered for inspiring people. You know what I'm saying? And giving people a platform where they could speak their piece and just helping people out, period. So that to me is like the best thing. It's just like even when people coming through, like it don't matter how many people come through. If somebody's talking to me, like I'm gonna talk back and we're gonna have a full blown conversation.
Yeah.
That to me, is like the best feeling when somebody comes up to me and they tell me like, yo, like this inspired me or this helped me get through the day. That to me is like the best feeling to me. It doesn't matter how many, because like just like you, I'm not a big streamer either, but I love doing it because of that. Streaming was something that my homie Kuda literally was like, yo, you should try it off of like him, like off of me being on Skype. We both was on Skype and he was just watching my reaction to me playing Resident Evil 4. Because I don't even play Resident Evil like that. So he was watching my reaction. He's like, bro, you should stream. And I was just like, that wasn't even an idea, but then it became a passion. And then I realized how much I love it and how much I love talking to people. And it's just dope, especially when you can capture certain moments and people like ride with you through like,
Yeah.
they ride, like when people ride with you from like the horrible shit, like you going through the most worst shit in the game. Like when I was playing Donkey Kong Country, oh, like that shit was the best stream, and like we fuck with each other. We had this thing I started where like when you get destroyed in the game, I'd be like, yo, it's good content. I started with that with Red X, and now we say that all the time. Like when you get destroyed,
It's,
like yo, it's good content.
it's good content.
Yeah,
Yo, I got his ass back that one night. Yo, he
yeah,
was so pissed.
yeah. So it was like with Donkey Kong Country. With Donkey Kong Country, people they watch me lose and lose and lose and lose, and then eventually they saw me win. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So they get to go through that whole journey with me and shit like that. I really do enjoy. It's just like, and that's the thing that's something that fighting games taught me is just, or fighting games or just gaming in general taught me is just you got to keep it going regardless. Like you can't let anything stop you. Eventually, you're gonna get to the finish line. Eventually you gonna beat that boss that you feel like is stopping you. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So with streaming is more so like you said, you meet some of the dopest people and have some of the dopest conversation with a lot of people, and you don't know how much your stream might have an effect on their life. Like,
yeah,
and I know that's hard to swallow, but it's like your
It's a
stream,
different feeling.
yeah, your
It's a
yeah,
different
stream,
feeling that you just do for fun.
yeah. And it's like your stream is like you may not realize it, but it's like your stream can and will have an impact on somebody's life.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Because I could tell you many times I've been through a lot of shit and used to watch Mac shit and got over a lot because of that shit.
yeah,
So I understand. It's very important. It's like that Spider-Man feeling, and it's a scary feeling. With great power comes great responsibility. It's one of them type of shits because you could say the most wrong shit and just fuck everything up. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's it's crazy. You know what I mean? It
yeah,
really is. Like the streaming shit, it really does help a lot, and it's kind of hard at the same time. People think that shit is easy. Like that
No.
streaming shit is not easy, yo. Like
yeah,
it's you really gotta have the patience and you really gotta stick a lot of shit out because it's like at one point, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that shit weighed a lot on me at one point where it was just like, yo, like I was having fun doing it, but it just felt like it was stressful, yo. Like it was to the point where I couldn't sleep, yo. Like it was that bad. Like and
yeah,
eventually I got over it with talking with Palm and all that shit and about like how like cause I have this issue of like I have too many fucking games. So I don't
Yeah.
know what to play.
I'm definitely the same. You
And it's
don't.
like,
You guys.
yo,
And
yeah,
and that's my biggest issue. And Palm be like, yo, just play that. But I'm like, yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Cause it's just like I'm worrying about other than it being chill, just make it enjoyable for everybody else. I don't really care what I'm playing, but it's just the fact that I don't want it to be boring. I'm just sitting here and playing some shit that you probably really don't want to see. So it's like, I get it. It's really hard. Like it's hard to choose shit now because you have so much options. But once you really start finding the shit you really love and you play it a lot, eventually it'll work. It's just that you just gotta love what you're doing.
yeah.
do you
And a
think
lot
it's
of
because of the number?
fuck
Cool.
no.
I
It
feel
was at
like,
one point, but
yeah,
fuck no, definitely though.
I
Like
feel like it's
Because
a few.
I know for a little bit, like in the beginning, I used to like focus so hard on the number. Like, should I
Yeah,
play this game? Because everybody's watching people play it. And should I play this game? Because people are watching people play it. And I was just like,
yeah,
that's when it was stressful. I was just like, damn.
bro.
At first, I was
I
just like, damn, no one's here. Like, I'm playing
Yeah,
this cool game too. Why can't I get the same love?
facts.
But it after a while, when you just stop just caring and just kind of just like just let it rock and just
Mm,
flow what you want to flow, people come. You know what I mean? People just show up. Just hey, how you doing?
yeah,
Have you gotten to this part? Have you seen this yet? And then conversation sparks there.
yeah,
Like some people that's why I like hosting other people
mm,
because somebody might enjoy me, but then if I bring him over to a palm, they'd be like, yo, I fucks with this dude. He's
yeah,
hype. You know what I mean? I just helped you get a person that will just come by your stream, chill with you all the time,
yeah,
and they enjoy what you enjoy. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's why I make it. That's why I make it my duty to like raid people. That's why I call it blessing people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I
Yeah,
call it.
yeah, yeah.
Like that's what I feel. That's what I feel like it is because it's like damn. Like if I have like if I have more than like three people or more than like three or four people, I definitely bless somebody that need it. Like, but I
mm-hmm.
remember one time I had like 17 people and I was like, oh, I'm about to bless somebody who need it. You know what I'm saying? I be like, yo, who need it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I try to look out for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I could say in the beginning the number shit was getting to me. I was somebody that made talking about somebody that made all the wrong decisions in the beginning. I made all the wrong decisions in the beginning, from buying the worst PC ever in the
Mhm.
beginning to worrying about the numbers, joining different discords that was just that were like claim that they were support discords, but they really
Mm-hmm.
wasn't support discords. Like they just only wanted to support people who played the same game they did.
Mhm.
So after that, I'm not gonna lie. After that situation, because shout out to my homie A Games, because we both went through that shit together. After that, I said, fuck Discord. I'm not gonna lie. Like I still like if it's anybody that I'm cool with, I'll join the Discord to support. But after that, I said like cause I had such a bad experience with it. I was
Mhm.
literally about to be like fuck networking with people in general,
Yeah.
because it was like I realized when I did join other discords, I was like the anomaly because I played so many different games. So it was like I wasn't playing Call of Duty all the time. I wasn't playing Apex all the time. I wasn't playing fucking what else is no, I wasn't playing Fortnite at all. So it was like when people came by, they like, well, you funny, but you don't play none of the games that I like. You know what I'm saying? So like that shit start in the beginning, it got to me, but then I stopped giving a fuck about numbers, and that's when that shit started growing. So I remember somebody told me don't stream Sunset Overdrive because people don't watch it, people don't play the game. And to be honest, I streamed the game, and that was probably one of the most successful streams that I had
Yeah.
playing the game because the game is fun and I love putting people on the games. Like, so I could say that, like, I could say that is an issue, but I'll say like what is like the biggest issue that I had so far as streaming as far as a con, when you start to become a little bit successful in it, you'll meet people that act like they genuinely want to stream and they don't. They want everything that comes with the hard work that when it comes on the streaming, and when they realize it's not easy, or they realize that you don't get money thrown at you after you become
Mm-hmm.
affiliate, they stop.
Yep.
I had somebody come in. I had somebody that I thought was genuine, was like, like, yo, can you help me? And this, that, and the third. And I did everything that I could to help the person. I rated
Mhm.
them. I looked out, and then they just stopped. I picked up on it early because he would say shit like, I forgot what he said. He said something like, can you tag my Twitch, or can you do this, that, and the third? I was like, whoa. I told you I was gonna raid you. I told you I was gonna do this, that, and the third. I was like, I'll help you out, but I'm not about to hold your hand through everything. You still gotta grind.
Yeah.
And then
That's what
after that,
people want, though.
yeah. So it's just like you still gotta grind, you still gotta put the work in. And after he became affiliate and he realized money wasn't thrown at him, he didn't stream anymore. And shit like that
Mm.
I don't like. Don't do this shit because you love it or you figure it's easy, because too many people think that this shit is fucking easy and it's not. You know what I'm
Real
saying? Like
shit.
I had people tell me like, how hard can it be? You just sitting in front of a screen playing a game. I play the game all the time. I could do this shit. And then when they do it, they like, yo, like this shit is hard. Like I had nobody in there, and then I was fucking up. So I started to get depressed. I was like, yeah, this shit is gonna test you.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's easy?
It
And then
does. It does test the mental.
every minute feels like an hour when you stream. So you
Bruh.
get fatigued. It's like I could play a game off stream for 8 hours and be straight. I stream for 2 hours and I'll be like, yo, I am tired. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then you looking at the screen constantly. You want to talk to everybody. You don't want to leave anybody out. It's a lot that goes into it, and I don't like how people just think that this shit is easy and they don't respect. Some people just don't respect it. They think that, and I never even getting into it, right? I never thought it was easy. I thought
Real shit.
I thought it was impossible to have that many people view your shit. I thought,
Mm.
like, I knew it was some type of work that goes into it. I never overlooked it. So that was a con, like it was a lot of cons that I had to deal with when it came on the streaming. But the pros to me does outweigh the cons. Is I feel like the cons, a lot of the cons come in the beginning when you're starting off, because it's like damn, like you're wondering why you're not getting the numbers, or you're wondering why, like you're wondering like damn, like because I used to watch, because with me, like I don't know if you do the same thing, but I go
Mhm.
watch my stream to see like what I can do right or what I can do wrong. And
Yeah.
I used to
I do
question,
the same thing.
yeah, I used to question myself, like, damn man, this stream is good. Like, what's going on? Why people are leaving? Like, I used to question myself all the time, and I had to really I really had to ask myself, like, I really had to tell myself, remember why you started doing this? And I was like, yeah, I do this because I love it. And I was like, you know what? Fuck the numbers. And even when I talked to X was like, yeah, I was waiting for you to come back and just
Yeah.
remember why you started doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that's one thing you don't want to get caught up into is the number race and
Bro,
that.
that number
That's how
race,
hate
bro.
happens, bro.
Yeah,
Nigga,
That's how
nah.
hate really happens, bro.
That shit,
People
yo.
see like you have a number and be like, this dude ain't even like that. Why did he get that? That number really gets you in your feelings, get you feeling certain type of way. That green eyed monster comes out of people
yeah,
sometimes because of that number.
yeah.
And
I
like,
would.
is this? Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's something that you guys said. I think Red said it about people want to see you fail. Or I think it might have been. I think it was one of you two that people want to see you crash and burn
Yeah,
and get a kick out of it. Like, oh, he failed. He not there yet. He not there yet. Oh, he didn't rank up. He got D-ranked. He's trash and shit like that. People want to see you fail.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But
No,
That shit happens too. I could say I'm blessed that I haven't run into anybody that came into my stream and was like that.
same.
But I have seen somebody go through that shit, that stream, and a lot of people didn't want to give them the answers. Everybody in there, and that's the part of the scene that I don't like. Like, yeah, it's funny sometimes seeing somebody lose, but to make that the butt of the joke and make that the butt of a stream is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, shit like that I don't like. You know what I'm
No
saying?
shit.
But damn, I had a question I wanted to ask both of y'all that I didn't write down that I forgot, man. I completely forgot. I forgot what I wanted to ask, but it was something that came to my mind. It was about streaming, but I
Period.
forgot it. But I wanted to ask you as far as like goals and accomplishments, what do you want to accomplish when it's all said and done?
it's all said and done.
Yeah,
Uh, that Rose wasn't just a regular dude. You know what I mean? Um, that he was a cool dude.
yeah,
Um, an amazing streamer.
yeah,
Um, I don't know, man. Like, I just this a part of me.
yeah,
I game. You know what I mean? This is the something I do.
yeah,
Streaming just gives me the outlet that I can share it with people. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Get like my look on it. Share with other people like when they ask me like, how do you feel about this? Or damn, we just shared this moment. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
when I first played the demo for Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Mm.
I shed a tear on that stream, and I kind of
mhm,
wear my emotions on my sleeve sometimes.
yeah,
So at that moment, I actually started shedding tears because that game put me through hell when I was little.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I went through hell with that game,
yeah,
and to see it get remastered and it just like with Pokemon, they made it come to life. My character's mouth is moving now.
Yeah.
He's actually talking to Tifa. He's running around. He's swinging the sword. You know what I mean? The monsters are like legit demon looking things, like not something that you would see on a normal day, but in the game, it's brought to life.
yeah,
Mm.
So moments like that kind of just like makes it cool because I get to share moments with people, have fun with people. We talk about some of the shit that you guys talk about on podcasts in the FGC and the pros and cons of that.
yeah.
But back to the I was veering off like crazy just now.
Nah, you
But
Yeah,
good.
you
You
good.
good. You good. You good.
when it comes down to it, man, I just one day just sit there and just go back and just open up my stream, see like maybe 2K people sitting there,
Yeah.
and just have fun. Just be like, yo, it all started with like a group of dudes that came by the stream and supported me and pushed me. My girlfriend telling me like, yo, if you're gonna do it, just do it. I mean, you over here saying that you want to, you're not gonna do it yet. Come on,
Yeah.
we just talking.
Yeah.
And finding out that there's people out there that genuinely support me and that really do appreciate it, that I even do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just from like hosting other people or supporting other people, that they genuinely know that it comes from a good place. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
try to help people, but if someone burns me and makes me feel like you just made me waste my time, my man, like there's so many people I could be trying to talk to and help, but I took away the time that I could have been dealing with someone who really wants it for you just to throw it in my face and just be like, like the shit that I spoke to you last time we went off is this is
Yeah.
discouraging when someone says it in a place where it's like it's not just me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's plenty of people out there like you guys stream. Um, there's a bunch of other people streaming out there that's trying. You know what I mean? They it means something to them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to have someone belittle them pissed me off too, because I'm just like, yo, you're not just talking shit about me. You're talking shit about Joe Barry down the street that's streaming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're putting their hard effort. They're going through hell trying to get their joint to connect. Sometimes they're streaming and didn't even realize the sound's not even on, and they
Yeah.
went hours streaming and there's no sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit sucks. And then to have something, they're trying their hardest. They're like, okay, in that one night, everything's good. It works. There's nobody there to
Yeah.
even sharing this it working. That shit hurts.
Yeah.
But to have someone that sits there and just try to be like, oh, if you're not blah 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 or such and such, you shouldn't be streaming. I would punch you in your mouth.
I feel that.
That
Yeah.
it's like, yo, come on, man. Like just because you don't think it's cool or you don't feel that it's something that you want to do, but now that you see the person eating just a little bit, nibbling at some crackers, you want to try to take some of their crackers, talking about, yo, I'm trying to stream now. What's up? Like, fuck out of here. I'm
Fact.
not. Don't come to me with that shit. You better
I
go to someone else with that bullshit you pulling. Because when I was struggling, getting clowned by you and everybody else, talking about why is he even doing this?
Yeah.
Now that I kicked down. Now that I just cracked the door open, I'm
Mm.
nowhere even near opening the shit. They're
Yeah.
giving me. I'm taking the crumbs that everybody's throwing out, like passing down to me.
Yeah.
Now you want to take my crumbs because
Yeah.
you see my crumbs is a little bit better than your crumbs. Now you want to take my shit.
That's how they be,
It,
man.
and
That's
that's the negative part of streaming. Like everything else is a joy, but
yeah.
you have people. There's genuinely people out there that are evil that will just come into the stream, and I'm not like I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. You know what I mean? I catch shit like a little late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a night that a dude was just bugging out in the stream. I wasn't paying attention to it,
Yeah.
but my moderators was, and someone was like, "Yo, someone tell Rose to get this man out of here." And they were just saying they were just saying some wild shit in the chat.
Yeah.
And now I got a bunch of people that be like, "Yo, just make me a moderator, bro. I'm always here. I got you."
Here.
And that's how I got some people to moderate my joint now, because like they just sit in the background and they always
Yeah.
been there.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah. It's like I only had one bad situation. I had one funny bad situation and I had one bad situation. The bad situation was I forgot this one guy that played Third Strike. He was on some he was on some other shit. I didn't know like and I thought he was cool, but he was just saying some real out of pocket shit. And
Mm.
I remember X noticed it, but he didn't say anything until after the stream. He was like, "We gonna talk about what happened." This I was like, "Yo, I don't know what was up with dude, yo." He was
I
just on. You
I
remember?
remember, but I
Yeah,
don't remember what he said.
yeah. I don't remember what he said, but it was like I was trying to be encouraging, and he was just not trying to hear it. And I was just like, I don't know what to say to you. Like, I just didn't know what to say to him. I was just like, I'm being encouraging right now, and you just on some other shit. So it was just like that shit was just like, all right, like you doing too much. The other shit that was too much but was funny.
Oh my god.
I love the game. Like I
I know
love
what game he about to
I
talk.
love the game Peach Beach
He was
Splash.
wave dashing with a chick in a bikini in the
But
game and got upset.
nobody do not play this game on stream. Do not play this game. This is what I'm gonna tell you why I don't play
What
this
game is
game.
that?
So Beach
Saga and Kagura, Peach Beach
Splash.
Splash.
So this game is
Oh,
it's a water gun shooter. It's a water gun shooter. It is fun. I'm not playing it because of what a juice stick I'm playing it for. I'm playing it
I
because
don't know what you
actually
planned it for, man.
I'm playing it
Don't
because
put that on me.
I'm playing it because it's actually fun. You know what I'm saying? But it's
I'm pretty
like
sure it is.
You know, what makes
it's
it a whole funny thing is the fact I told him about the game and never brought it.
yeah,
That's the crazy part. But he's the one that brought the shit, and he's
yeah.
the one that played it. That's
Yeah,
the
so I'm
crazy
playing the
part.
game. So it's literally a water gun. It's a water gun 30-person shooter or whatever. They got all different types of water guns and it worked like a first person. It really worked like a shooter. So they got
Yeah.
like a shotgun water gun, they got an automatic water gun, they got a pistol water gun, they got a sniper water gun, they got a they got a bazooka water gun. The game is dope. But chicks is running around in their bikinis, and then at one point you gotta shoot a chick top off, right? So dude
okay.
came to the stream and he was like, "Oh my gosh." So I shot the top off, and then he put a bunch of bananas in the in the banana emotes in the stream, and he was like, "Oh, I'm about to nut." I'm like, "Nah, man, you about to get wild."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was just wilding, yo. He was like, "Yo,
Oh
man's was
man.
kept," and he just kept saying shit. And I was like, it was funny. I didn't really ban him, but it was funny. But after that, I was like, yeah, I'm not playing that game on stream. And then I played on the super. Yeah, that was wrong. I played on the super late night. I played like around 3 in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning. So I'm like, ain't nobody gonna be watching. I'm about to just play this. And then I didn't like it was my homie Rich. That's ex brother. Rich, shout out to
Mhm.
Rich, shout out Rich the Bull. He came through, he was watching it. He's like, yo, this game look interesting because it's fun. Like I
Yeah.
like some people, some people think I'm just playing it because of anime titties and shit like that. But I'm like, nah, the game is really fun. I really fuck with the game. I really would
You gotta go
honestly.
for the plot.
Nah, listen,
But
I'm
there's nothing
telling
wrong
you,
with it. Me and my girl have most of them. I never played that
yeah, Peach
That
Beach
one
Splash
fire.
is definitely fun, but
Yeah.
I like shit like that. Those are the only two bad times I had on I had on stream. Besides, like shit just malfunctioning. Like from time to time, my headphones, my headphone jack port, in my PC is kind of messed up. So it's just like they like sometimes like I won't hear the music or whatever. I won't hear anything, and I gotta fix it from time to time, and that sometimes be causing people to leave because it's like, damn, your shit is fucking up. But I'm like, well, I don't
Yeah,
give a
good
fuck.
shit.
It's just like I was like, well, I'm gonna fix it, and when I fix it, I'm gonna be back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's just like shit like that. But it's like I didn't have nobody. I'm glad that I do have people around me that encourage me as far as like, yo, like do what you love to do. Because I really don't like when people get in the stream because they feel like it's easy or they're not passionate about it or they trying to do it for a quick check. Because you can see it. And even like some of the people that I got cool with amongst the years, they put me on certain shit that people do in
Mhm.
order to try to take shit from you because I don't look at stream as like a competition. I look at it like this is what I love to do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So when I got cool with the chick Ash that stream, and she didn't have to look out, but she looked out as like she looked out for me. Like she's like one of the homies. Like she's like one of the people that I would consider squad because she didn't have to look out for me. She be having a
one.
bunch of people in the stream, and she looked out for me a lot. And when I was playing Killing Floor 2 with her, she had told me because she was giving me a lot of pointers, like different shit that I could do. She was like, I don't gotta change nothing with myself. She was just like, she was like, all you have to do is just grab some emotes. She was like, make merch or whatever the case may be. She was giving me pointers on what I could do or whatever. She was like, you gotta make she was like, we here is already dope to say, make that an emote. She was like, that get the water shit is dope. she was like, put commands in your stream. She was telling me like, she was like, you have a lot of shit that's dope. But then what she also told me was this: somebody came into her stream just to say, I'm about to stream, and left.
Oh, bro.
I didn't know that was a thing. So she muted herself and she told me and a couple people that we was playing together. She said, when people do that shit, they're trying to take shit. They don't give a fuck about you. And she is so passionate because she been on Twitch before there was an affiliate thing.
Yeah.
Before it was just you're on Twitch and it's part and you're either on Twitch just streaming regular or your partner. It was no affiliate.
Yep.
So how she was making her money was through donations.
Yeah.
So she was going off and she was like, y'all don't know how hard I had to work. A lot of y'all just came in here because I have such and such time. But she was like, I remember when I was 2 years straight and only had 2 people in here.
Mm.
You feel what I'm
That's what
saying?
it
Like
is, man.
she went off. She went off. And I told her like I feel her on that because I'm going through the same shit. And she came by and she let me know like you're really dope or whatever the case may be. And she did a lot to help me out, but she also let me know that's what some people do from time to time or whatever. They'll come in, they'll be like, oh, I'm about to stream, and they just leave. That's if some people do that, because some people come in and they talk to other people. Like, I don't even like to mention that I stream when I'm talking to people. Like
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
stream. I don't even like to mention that shit because I don't want to come off as like I'm trying to, take anything away from anybody.
Yeah.
But I do understand you talking to like with me, I try my best to write and other people stream from time to time because even when I'm not saying anything, I'm still watching. But I try my
Yeah.
best to even help people out on streaming because when you talk to somebody when they're streaming, because some people might not feel comfortable in the beginning. I didn't. So I try my best to write somebody when they're streaming or comment shit to help them out so they can speak more because I notice it helps a lot, and when people hear you speak, they're more inclined to stay. You know
It
what I'm
breaks the
saying?
glass.
Yeah, so it's
Or
just like
wait, did I use that right? No, it's break the ice, right?
you
It's break the
break
ice, right?
yeah, it
Yeah.
is break the ice. But you can
Usually,
break the
man,
glass
that's
too.
just funny, man.
But
I said
yeah,
break the glass. I was like, wait, I don't think that's right.
yeah. But you could break the glass or the ice, but it definitely helps. So it's just like to anybody that was like, and it's funny because you could look at this shit and be like, you could look at your stream and be like, fuck y'all, because listen, I did what I love to do, and now I'm becoming successful, and everybody else is eating, and you're helping everybody eat. Because even with me, like you came by and you told me, like, yo, I'm trying to help you out. And even when you did tell me that at first, I was like, I was kind of like, fuck it, because I was going through my own shit as far as like what I was going through with the other Discord shits. But you really
Hmm.
reached out to me, like Rozay really did reach out to me and was like, people need to see y'all. This
Yeah.
is this is what he said, and I don't know if he remember this, but he literally told me this last year, or was it the year before? He was like, nah, people need to see y'all, like send me clips and this, that, and the third. And I want to commend you for all the hard work that you do put in because you work a
Nah,
9 to 5
facts.
job and
Yeah, no,
you
real shit, man.
work a 9 to 5 job, you create certain skits on your story. That's dope as shit. You and you promote a lot of people. And I'm like, and on top of that, you have a stream schedule. I'm like, how the fuck are you doing all of this?
Real shit.
Like,
um,
what keeps you going to do all of this? Because I know this is a lot of brain power and a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
it's just that I try to do for people that wasn't done for me.
Yeah,
You know what I
Mm.
mean? There's some people that won't stream or even try it because, like I said before, with the whole like, there's so many amazing players out there that just won't get seen.
yeah,
Yeah.
Even if I like, even if someone doesn't fuck with me,
yeah,
if they see you and they're like, "Yo, I might not fuck with Rozay, but I fuck with this dude though.
yeah,
Yeah.
I see what he does. I
yeah,
like. It doesn't matter to me. It's just
yeah,
like if I could just point someone in the right direction,
Mm.
yeah,
it helps them. You know what I mean? Because like yesterday, was it yesterday? Last either Friday night or Saturday night,
Mm.
one of my homies, Pikachu. Let me stop disrespecting him. His that's the first name that I heard, so I always stick with the first name. But his name is JT Retro,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
and
yeah, I know what you're talking
You
about.
probably seen him on Instagram and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
see him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the other night, he was like, "Yo, Rose, when you get a chance, check your messages." So I went back. I went into my phone, checked my messages. I'm like, "What's this for, bro?" I don't ever ask people if someone comes by the stream. If you like what I do, follow me. If you
Mm.
love what I do, hey, hit that sub button. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
helps me out. It helps me do more for my stream. Hey, if you just want to just chill with me, just chill with me. It doesn't matter.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, "Yo, here, I appreciate you helping me out and doing all this shit, supporting me and shit like that." And I didn't ask for it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? He gives me a code. He was like, "Yo, put that in the store." I'm like, "What is he? What are you doing, man? Don't."
yeah,
I go into the store. He gets me the new Horizon joint.
yeah,
And I'm like, "Bro, that's you didn't have to do that. Like, I do this because
yeah,
don't get me wrong. I appreciate it because like I have the first game. It's on my
Yeah.
backlog. I gotta play it. So I can play that one. I'm gonna do that for him because he was just like, "Yo, I just want you to enjoy this because you helped me a lot. You did this for me.
Mm.
You come by and chill with me because it's the same thing that shit happened to me. You know what I
yeah,
Yeah.
mean? I
yeah,
was sitting there by myself on stream, having a conversation with my girlfriend like I normally do, playing video games,
yeah,
and then out of nowhere, one became two, two became three, three became four, five became seven,
yeah,
Mm.
and I'm not a big streamer, but I enjoy doing this because the friends I make, the people I meet,
yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah,
the I see people when we play like certain games against each other,
Mm.
where we strengthen each other in the sense of like, okay, there's certain things I just don't know. I'm
yeah,
not the best fighting game player out there, but a lot of the dudes that helped me grow.
yeah,
I remember one night I was talking, I was watching X play
Yeah.
the night before playing Guilty Gear, and I was just like, he made Celestial. I wonder if I could beat him. You know what I mean? So one night I'm just like, yo, do you want to spar? And he came in the joint, and then I was just like, I think I could take him. I think I could take this man. And he beat the shit out of me. I was like, yo, he's real like that in this too? I was like, I can't have shit. I gotta ask him. I gotta get nice at this if I even want to compete with him. I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if I could take this dude. I think I can. I think I can. That man Red said, sure, I'll play with you. Smacked me around. Smacked me around. And I was just like, damn, my pride is kind of hurt right now.
I'm
I gotta get
sorry.
better. No, it's
Nah.
all good.
nah, nah.
But
Listen, look,
it gives me something to work towards. Like
yeah,
I have a homie named Underscore,
Yeah.
and he plays Cammy,
Oh
and
man.
he helps me with my Cammy, but he's a Warlord Cammy, like
Mm.
ranked 102 and 102. He's like the top three in the North America,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
and he shows me no type of mercy, none. He's just like, yo, if you really want to get nice with this character, you're gonna have to go through this.
Mm-hmm.
He
mm,
smokes me every single time, and he tells me like what I'm doing wrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
And sometimes you just watch me getting smoked by him for hours.
Mm.
On by the end of the night, maybe like 30 losses. And if I did get close to a win, it didn't happen because he just beat the shit out of me afterwards.
yeah,
But he helped me get better, and I got to a certain point now. Like I feel like I understand. Like, what was it? Street Fighter. I
Mm.
just ranked up to. I was just sitting there watching Palm play. Um, he was gaming, and I was watching his stream, and we were just chatting, and I was just playing and playing and playing. And I got myself up to Ultra Silver, and I was just like, wait, when the fuck did I do this?
Yeah.
But it's from all the shit that I've been taught. Like, okay, this is what you need to do. Stop doing this. You need
Mm-hmm.
to stop doing this. You need to do this more to protect yourself because you're playing a character with low health. It's either
Yeah.
you get in there and beat his ass, or just block.
Facts.
yeah.
But
Man. I
And
remember them days.
yo, like I like funny story, Rose. When I started my journey on fighting games, Juice and X used to beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like beat the
he
shit out
said,
of me.
yeah,
beat the shit
Yeah.
out of me. It was like I told X, right? Because it was like I was like, yo, I'm gonna get good at this shit. I told him like I really like, and I told Juice the same thing, and he was like, X was like, yeah, I'm like, yeah. Juice don't
Yeah.
X don't show no. I like that. I don't like me. I hate when people pity me and try to take it easy on me. I don't want that shit. I don't like.
No,
I
it doesn't.
want.
It don't help
Yeah, I want
because
if
you're
I
hindering
win.
yourself.
Yeah, I want when I win. I won because I won. I want you to kill me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I need you. Like I need you to. It's like, yo, Juice. It's Juice here.
I'm
Yo, say
weird
that
shit.
50 Cent. Say that 50 Cent line.
Hey, so I need you to hate. I need you to hate so I can be up for you.
I
You talking
need you
about
to
that?
kill me. Yeah, I just like that's how I be feeling. I need you to kill me so I could get better. I need that. And it is like that because people don't understand. Like, I don't want no pity. And think about it, Rose. You went through that and that made you better.
Yeah.
That's all I've
No,
been trying to
it
preach
really
to
did.
people.
Yeah.
That's all I've been trying to preach to
They have
people.
to what you
They have
saying.
Yeah,
to understand it, but they
yeah,
don't.
they don't.
You
But it's
gotta,
like that.
you gotta be bad to get good. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like they watch me get better within fighting games. I didn't spit out and become good. You know what I'm saying? They watch me
Yeah.
gradually get better. It was at one point, like I said, it was at one point where I couldn't even do a fucking DP or I couldn't even do a quarter circle. It was it was literally one point I couldn't do that shit. And
Yeah.
I worked myself to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you did go through that and you kept going because some people don't have the mental strength to keep going. Like fuck it. Like I don't give like as long as I'm making progression, you looked at it after a while, like as long as I'm making progression, that's what matters. And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
look, you got to a place where you probably didn't think that you can get. And honestly, when it came, and I'm glad a lot of people are playing KOF 15 because it's showing people that if you play this game and practice, you're gonna get good at doing these inputs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I watched, and this is me giving you your flowers too, Rose. I watched your stream and watched you practice sequences and get more damage that I can get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Oh
watched
wow.
you do it. I watched you do it. I watch you convert into certain shit and do certain shit. You have gotten good at the game.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
You
you're
took a
bored.
game. You took a game off me yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't take it easy on nobody. You got a real game off of me yesterday.
Shit.
No,
Like
but
even
your
when we
boy
was
was really
playing
the
like,
big help with that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You like I don't take it easy on nobody. I don't take it I don't like I remember me and X was talking earlier like I can't it's hard for me to be just it's hard for me to not play my best. You know what I'm saying? It's either I'm playing something or I'm not. I can't just
yeah,
play something okay. Like I don't work like that. It's either one extreme or the other.
real shit. I told him straight up, like, yo, because he got KOF because we do this shit on the PlayStation or whatever. I told him straight up when it was downloaded, I deleted that shit. He was like, "Wow." I was like, "Because I know for a fact, even if I try to play that game for fun, it's going to end up being either I got to take it too serious or I can't play it for fun at all." I was like, "There's no in between with me with fighting games no more because there's going to become a time where we all playing for fun and then somebody's going to feel themselves and I'm going to have to humble the fuck out of them and they ain't going to like it." And then it's gonna be like, I'm not trying to do that. And it's like, I just want to have that fun with that shit, and it's not gonna work. Because then if I'm trying to have fun and just fuck around, it's gonna get too serious. So it's like now I gotta start playing it all day, every day, because then niggas gonna want to fight me all the time. Like Kuda, our man, has been trying to beat me in Street Fighter 4 for years, bro. Like every year he's bringing this shit up.
This
I
year
ain't
gonna be
gonna
my year. I'm gonna get you.
like I'm never gonna hear any of that shit till he finally defeat me on the way in his terms. Like he beat me like before, but like he hasn't beat me the way that he wants to beat me. So when he beats me the way that he wants to beat me, he feels like he done got further in whatever his his fighting game goals is. And I commend it. I tell him every time I'll be waiting. Like legitly. Like because
Yeah.
I know how long he's been trying to do this, and it's been years, like years of all of us just getting better, just doing this shit. So I know that's something that he want to do. And it's just like the seed that's pushing him is kind of crazy. Like even when me and you was playing Guilty Gear, you was playing with biking and shit. He took a couple games off of me off that shit. Just started adapting into shit at that, like we was going through the whole process. And I was like, yeah, see, he got it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the biking shit is different because I can explain it better. Because if I just give you soul, I give you like somebody else, it's like I can tell you off the instinct, but you still got to learn all that shit on your own. But biking, since we both don't know shit, I can tell you shit from legacy bullshit that I know. So it was like, yo, you was outspacing me, you was hitting me with shit, you was stopping shit, you was 6P'ing, you started doing all the other shit that you realize that you don't do with your other character. Now when you do it, it's crazy. That's what I'm telling you. Like,
it's just like I see it and I'm just like, if someone makes me feel like I need a push, I try to play harder, even if it's like for a little bit. I feel like I'd be depriving you if I'm not giving you my best. And if you're not giving me your best, I'm gonna be sitting there that's like, you don't want to play with me right now. If you don't want to play, let me go play Ray, because someone's just trying to beat me to take my point. But I love the competitiveness, man. I love friendly competition.
Hell yeah.
I think that's where it starts. Like one day I would love to meet one of my friends on a big stage. Just like, okay, this is for all the months, all the days that we've been fighting each other. Now we gotta do this. We gotta do this for real now.
I ain't gonna lie, that's cool until like they keep putting y'all in bracket together, because they did that shit with me and Juice all the time in Tekken. I don't know, it might not be purposely, but every time we went to locals, like
it was on purpose. We was gonna have to fight each other.
That shit be so trash. But I told you, listen, if you beat me, nigga, better go far. Cause listen, you gotta go far. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but speaking of competition, have you ever been to any tournaments or any major tournaments? And if so, what are the tournaments that you have been to?
And what are the tournaments that you want to go to?
Yeah, and that too.
I've only been to I've been to like a couple of local things. I've never been to like really big tournaments because I didn't really have the people around me at the time.
Yeah.
Like I had Street Fighter V when it first came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was during a time it was a really stressful time for me and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the people around me to play these kind of games, so I kind of strayed away from it.
Yeah.
And then I came back maybe like a couple years ago. I had someone just be like, "Yo, you still do this? You still want to play these joints?" We played a couple of games. I was just like, "Yo, I'm really fucking with these fighting games now again."
Yeah.
And I got back into Street Fighter. I started noticing things with tournaments and shit like that. And I played in a couple of Smash tournaments at Best Buy before. I just, after going to Evo and experiencing that and going to like little competitions at cons when me and Gabby go to these conventions with friends and shit.
I had a question about that too.
Yeah.
It's a different feeling for me because it's like, I want to go to like Defend the North. I want to go to like Frosty.
Faustin's.
I want to go to Frosty.
Yeah.
I want to go to like I think it was CEO, but it's not just for the tournament aspect, but the people that you meet at these things.
Yeah.
Because I went to Evo and I met Maximilian for the first time, and this is something I talked to everybody about because it was so special for me. It got taken away from me just a little bit. And my girlfriend's laughing right now because I tell it to every single person when I bring this up. A couple of years before me and her started dating, she met Max at where did you meet him at? DTN?
No, Evo.
At Evo a couple of years before.
Okay.
She met him, and then when I went up to him, I was like, "Yo." He looks by me. I'm just like, "Yo, it's Max is in front of me. I'm about to meet him," and he goes, I don't know. He goes, "Hey, it's you," and I'm sitting there like, "Wait, me?" Then I look back. He's like, and my girlfriend goes, "Hey, it's you," and I was like, "But I didn't see you."
Yo,
I was hating so hard because he was like, "Hey, it's you," and she's like, "Hey, it's you," and I'm just like, "What about me? This is my moment. This is for me."
Yo, that is wild.
But it was dope to see. Like I was like, "Yo, she she's not a big competitor like that. She loves a
Yeah.
couple of fighting games. We go at it in DOA because we just talk shit to each other. And she's
I
just like,
seen.
I'm.
I saw.
I
I was
Oh
seen
there.
yeah, I
Wild,
was
I was
about
there. I
yeah.
was
and
there.
we get into these really big like because we don't play it all the time, so it's an even field when we play.
Yeah.
Okay.
She gets me most of the time because she's better at the game than I am. But it's just something that we share that we could talk shit to each other and be like, okay, tonight's the night. I'm gonna bust your ass tonight. And I end up turning around. I end up walking out the. There was one time I was tight. I think I was busting her ass and I got her by like I think it was 5-9, and I was a game away from just taking it.
Yeah.
She came back and whooped me every match to get back, and I felt like she was playing with me. So I was in my feelings. So she gets hyped up. She was like, "Yeah, what now? I came back. Look at that shit. 10 this, 10 that. What happened?" And I was just like, I had to get up and walk out because I was tight. I was like, "Yo,"
Damn.
Damn.
she was all up in my face, and I was just like, "I gotta get out of here, bro. I'm out. I'm out.
Damn.
I gotta go smoke. I can't stay in here." But
Damn.
I want to do more tournaments. I feel like now that I have the right people around me, I understand fighting games a little bit more better. If that's
Mhm.
even more better, I don't think that's the right wording, but whatever. we're vibing, whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah.
But I understand fighting games a lot better. I see
Yeah.
what I do. I study differently. I take notes. I ask questions. I have dudes that always want to help me. One dude told me that, yo, Rick, I'm tired of watching you get your ass bust. I'm gonna help you, and it comes from a good place. You know what I mean? But I always appreciate the help. You know what I mean? Like if someone sees me doing, I always tell people, if you see me doing something stupid and you're just like, Rick, I'm tired of you doing this, fix that, and
Yeah.
I'm with it. I don't really care. I don't. I'm not gonna take no offense if someone says it to me in a way that makes me feel like, okay, you're not really trying to help me. You're trying to insult.
Yeah.
But if someone just comes to me and just like, yo, bro, do this instead. Work with this. I don't like when people come like what we were talking about before. I don't like when people come in my stream and try to get me to change my game. That
Yeah.
really burns me up. Come to say, yo, I take the time to make these little posts, and sometimes my girl does it for me when I can't. When I'm at work, I'll be like, yo, babe, can you do this for me? She'll make a
Yeah.
little post for me, or I'll do it myself at the time.
Yeah.
But I hate when I take the time to do that and someone comes in my stream, why aren't you playing this? Why aren't you playing? I'm like, I'm not going to switch my game one. Please don't
Yeah.
do that to me. Let me vibe out to what I want to vibe out with. This is what I have planned for myself. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
If you don't want to, I'm not going to force anybody to sit there and just. I mean, I have a couple of friends that stream other games. If you want to check them out, you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
I feel
But I just don't. I just don't like when people come in there and do certain things that like. It's like, come on, have some respect for my shit. I know it's
Fact.
not crazy big. It might not be big to you, but it's definitely big to me.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It might be small. My 5 viewers might be small to you. But that shit's major for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because these people take the time to just like vibe out with me, even if they don't say nothing. I don't give a crap if you don't say anything.
Yeah.
But if you're chilling there with me and you're just vibing out with me, it is what it is. I'll take that. You know what
Facts.
I mean? But I just don't like
Yeah,
when
real
people come
shit.
in my joint talking about like, yo, why are you playing this? What do you mean why am I playing this? This is something I enjoy. If you don't like it,
Mm-hmm.
hey, it is what it is. It's not gonna stop me. But if you want to sit there and watch, cool. If you don't, I hope you enjoy your night, morning,
Fact.
afternoon, wherever you are. But I'm gonna do me. You
I
know what I
feel
mean?
that. I hate when people be like, "Why are you playing a dead game?" I be like, "Why are you watching my stream? You can leave." Fuck you talking about? Like, I hate when people do that. It's just like, oh, like, why are you playing a dead game? I be like, huh, why you sucking dick? I just don't care, man. It's
Yeah.
just
Shit.
like, it's like I'm not gonna, if I go to somebody's stream, I'm not gonna ask them why they're playing it unless they're not enjoying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I remember with MK11, X did that shit to me. He was like, I could tell you're not enjoying this.
I was like, turn that shit off.
Turn it. Why are you playing this game?
Why are you playing this shit?
Why are
Turn
you
that shit
playing
off.
this shit? I was like, he's right, man. Like, it's different if you know me and you know my personality and you can tell, like, all right, like, you're not enjoying this shit. Play what you enjoy. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah.
it's the difference between that and you just being like, Why are you playing this shit? This shit don't get any views. Turn on Street Fighter 5. That's what I came here to watch you play. It's like I don't feel like playing Street Fighter 5 right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's why like I feel like with me, people know that I would say that, so they don't say stupid shit. They they know that I'm a sniper when it comes on to certain shit. So I will definitely tell you, like, you can go watch somebody else. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like I definitely feel you on that. Like I would never come into somebody's stream and tell them to play something else. Like somebody asked me, and I'm cool with him. He asked me, when am I gonna play Call of Duty on stream? I told him never. I don't play Call of Duty like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play Call of Duty. Like that's not for me to stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna ask you that don't play any fighting games why
Why you not playing fighting games?
why you not playing fighting games? That's not what you're doing. And even if you choose not to play fighting games that day, I'm not gonna ask you why you're not playing this.
Fact.
No. I just feel like that's like the viewer they're trying to dictate what you should play. They're trying to control your content.
Yeah.
That's not how it
It's my
works.
stream. Let me enjoy my stream.
That's not how
But
it
yo,
works.
can I ask you guys a question though?
What's
Yeah.
up?
Sure.
Can I ask you guys? Okay. And I don't want to go completely off, but this is I feel like KOF is for me it's a challenging game. I feel like I'm getting used to it. Combos are I'm getting used to. I found a couple of characters I really enjoy playing with, so I'm just kind of just like, how do you guys feel about? Do you think because the game is a little bit more challenging and it's not too? I'm trying to make you feel good in the sense of like they have big comeback factors. The game changes just because of one V trigger. If you want to call, we'll just do Street Fighter Five as an example.
Yeah.
The V trigger is a big comeback factor. I've used it plenty of times with Cammy. That shit helps me burn someone's health down in no time.
Facts.
But in the sense of KOF, do you guys feel that because the game is challenging and it's not as, I wouldn't say user friendly, but it's not as forgiving as some of the other fighting games that are out
Do I feel like it's more challenging because it's not as forgiving?
there? In the sense of like, okay, how can I put it? That it's a little bit more challenging than like a Dragon Ball Fighters, so you can't just get like these big ass combos and pin someone in the corner for like 10 years and they have to sit there and just eat the block string. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of auto combos. I understand where the companies are going with them.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it, but for high level play, the auto combos ain't gonna do shit for you because someone blocked the whole thing. You're open for days and it's gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But do you feel because the game is a bit more challenging, as in the sense of like the combo structure, that it's not as lenient? Yeah, it's not as lenient as like the Street Fighter Five or Dragon Ball Fighters. That if you like somewhat drop the combo, you still get a chance to pick it up because it goes from like for fighters, it goes from the orange. I think it's orange or red. It switches over to blue when you drop it, but the combo they could break out of it a little bit easier, or you don't get the max damage or whatever.
Yeah.
Personally, I have to agree with what Max said because that game is literally, if you have legacy, if you played a lot of other KOFs, you literally have a step over everybody, and it's the truth. Because that game encourages legacy play. Like, it's like a Tekken thing. Like, if you played Tekken, I say this all the time. If you played Tekken like 5 and up, you didn't play Tekken 7. The only thing that's different is they added extra combos in it. Literally, the character you probably play with probably still plays exactly the same, just with added new shit because of Tekken's system or whatever. But like, legitly, Tekken hasn't changed to me over the fucking years that I've been playing it. It's been the same exact shit with just newer combos. That's it. Legitly. So if you know how to play KOF, short hops and all that shit still crosses over. It's just the fact that it's an easier process of using combos and shit like that. Like, yeah, the auto combos are there. Yeah, you can use it, but it's not the end all be all. The only thing that's probably gonna suck about it is like people will use it at the last moment when they know that you are on the same level as them and you're fucking them up. Then they'll use it like, oh, that's my last resort. because they know it's gonna
Yeah.
outbeat that you're pressing. So it's like that's the only downside of it. If that game really didn't have that level skill gap, would be even worse because now, like I said, everyone that played the original ones will have a foot over the people that are joining in now. It's still there, but it's easier to grasp because it's not crazy with inputs and shit and strict on the combos like how it used to be. Because you ever played KOF like 13 and 2002 and shit, 98? Them shits is strict as fuck. So they made it like how you said, they made it more lenient, but it's still
challenging.
challenging because of that's how KOF is supposed to be. But you know, legacy skill kind of trumps everything on that shit,
I
which is the
will,
good part, but
I
bad at
will,
the same time.
I will say this. I do feel like this game, as far as like the positive about this game, just like you said, it's challenging, but it's showing people that you can do the challenging shit if you just play the game.
Yeah.
It's showing people that, and I feel like you're the perfect example of that because like if I compare me to you and just on a level of what we both have in common, I watch you do shit on KOF 15 that you probably thought that you couldn't do. I went through that with a lot of other fighting games. I started to do shit where it's just like, damn, I didn't think that I could do this, or I thought this game was too challenging to the point where I was like, damn, like I'm not sure if I want to get into this. You know what I'm saying? But what KOF 15 is doing, a lot of people, and I hate to say it, but it's true. A lot of people that love Street Fighter 5 know that the netcode isn't good. So they came over to KOF 15. They came over to Guilty Gear Strive.
Yep.
So they are playing games that they always wanted to play, but they were afraid because they heard the game was challenging or the game was hard. But everything that you do in life is hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's worth it. That's worth it. Everything in life is hard. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
That's so it's just like, are you gonna let that shit hinder you or are you gonna get through it? Now, will people go back and play the previous KOF games? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you have the mentality of I'm gonna grind and eventually get good at it, then go back. But if you don't have that mentality, then I don't know. But I do feel like with the game, yeah, it's challenging and yeah, like you have to have because me and you played, but you see me drop a lot of shit that I couldn't that I was just like, damn, I'm fucking up. You know what I'm saying? I dropped
Mm-hmm.
a lot of shit, but it didn't stop me it didn't stop me from playing. It didn't discourage me because like you're not always even a combo that you practice every day, you still can drop you're still gonna drop it from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all
That's
about
definite.
yeah, it's all about staying encouraged. Even when you watch tournaments of people, these players drop shit from time to time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they might drop shit on purpose just to get a mix-up opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I do think that I don't because it's lenient because it's not lenient as far as like Street Fighter 5 where there's a comeback factor. I don't think it's gonna stop people from I don't think it's gonna stop people right now from playing it. I
Okay.
feel like I feel like eventually
The long
some
run.
people in the long run people are gonna fall from it because it doesn't have a comeback mechanic and only the strong people that really do like the game are gonna stick with it. Right now the game has a whole lot of hype because it's brand new, but
Mm-hmm.
soon as people just like what happened with Guilty Gear Strive, soon as
Mm-hmm.
people get used to the game and people start to realize like, oh, this shit is based off of you and your gameplay, and there's no comeback factor because Guilty Gear Strive don't have a comeback factor.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when they realize, like, damn, some people that aren't mentally strong, that don't really like the game, but just going off the hype, they're gonna fall from it. But the people that's passionate about it and really like it is gonna continue to play it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I
I
feel
just
about it.
wanted to. I just wanted an honest opinion because I think we were talking about it on stream, and I was like, I would hate for this game to end up like Grand Blue. I loved Grand Blue when it first came out, and this game makes me just wonder, like, yo, what would have happened if I actually played the other games back then?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would have happened if I would I have been better at doing these inputs a long time ago? Would I have issues doing inputs now if I did this a long time ago? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like I made the switch between a pad to my fight stick, and I play with my fight stick on everything. But if I know if I go back to my pad, everything will just feel normal, and I feel like it'll be easy. I feel like I just challenge myself. Cause my girl bought me the stick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have it, and I was just like, yo, this is collecting dust. I have to use this thing. I'm not gonna sell it. She gave it to me as a gift, so I'm gonna use it. And I feel like I enjoy my fighting games 1,000 times more. I'm playing with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause I feel like it's a challenge to me because I'm not used to it, and I've gotten a long way with it now because I couldn't do supers for nothing. You know what I mean? I was literally like bitching and moaning, and she's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm just like, I can't do supers anymore. I'm about to pick up my controller, and she's like, "Well, you're gonna lose this bet." I was just like,
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you something, Rosie. And if she's listening, keep being on his ass to use the arcade stick because I'm gonna tell you something. Like when I was using mine, when I first got mine, I thought, and this is why I tell people, don't think the way that I thought because I thought this. I thought, oh, when I get this arcade stick, I'm gonna be so much better, and then realized I had to learn how to play the game all over again. I felt like I had to learn how to play fighting games all over again. So the first game that I learned how to play with my arcade stick was KOF 14. I mean, yeah, it was 14 that I learned. And that helped me out on inputs, but it was a 4-button game. So I wasn't used to a 6-button fighter like Street Fighter. So I would go over Red Crib because Red X lived like down the street from me. It's literally like a 5-minute walk, right? So I go to his crib. And when we used to play Third Strike, I used to pick up the controller. He like, no. He like,
Told his ass
nah,
straight up, nah, bro.
use the
Like,
stick.
you're not using that shit this time.
Nah,
Put
use
your
the
stick
stick.
in, nigga.
Put your stick in. I'm like,
Or I give him the other one. Here,
He's like,
nigga.
nah, here. He had a stick there. Like, he had a stick there. Like, nah, you think you gonna nah. He's like, nah, you gonna keep using this shit until you get used to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like after a while, it was funny though because our homie Reek, man. Fuck Reek. Me and Reek got a rivalry going on. Like we if you ever do meet us and you see Reek, we just always at each other for whatever reason or whatever. So when me and him used to always play Third Strike together, right? So he was like, "Oh, he using the stick. Oh, I got an advantage." He's always, "Oh, I got an advantage." To always say that shit. So eventually, I got used to it, and now I prefer using the stick because I prefer using all of my hands, not because it makes me better. Like just like myself, people have just like myself in the beginning, people have this false misconception that the arcade stick makes you better. And I don't feel like it makes you better. You yourself makes you better. It's not the controller, it's you that makes yourself better. You know what I'm saying? I got an arcade stick because I thought it made me better, but then I stuck with it because this is what I like to use. You know what I'm saying? Like I do use some of the times when I'm playing Street Fighter 4, I'm using a controller. Some of the times I'm using a stick. I can play stick and controller on both. You know what I'm saying? I could do shit on both. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so to me, it's like even when I was putting up some of the videos on me parrying shit on Third Strike, I was using a controller most of the time. And I wasn't using a pad. I was using analog.
Weird.
You know what I'm saying? I'm weird.
No, you know who else play like that? Fucking Grayson. Yo, I don't know how he played with analog stick. He told me that shit. I was like, yo, you and Palm play that way. I can't do that shit. Yo, that shit is
with the
weird.
analog.
he really played. He played with the analog.
Yeah. I do DP with the analog. I could parry with the analog. Yeah, like I can't like if I'm playing Street Fighter 4, I do hold FADCs with the analog stick. Like I do everything. Like I could play with the analog stick. The game that I don't play with a controller with is Mortal Kombat, and I'm weird. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm weird because everybody play on a pad with that, but I play with a stick.
I only play 9 with an arcade stick. That's it. I don't do none of the other ones without it. Cause that shit is weird to me.
But I feel your pain because in the beginning I went through that shit too. I couldn't do shit with the arcade stick in the beginning. Like you be so happy when you get it, but then when you play it, reality hit and you like, damn. Let me just go back to the controller, and it's like that's. But it's just like, but at the same time, I'll tell everybody to get it because if you do plan on going to Japan, guy, you're gonna be in the arcade. You might as well just learn how to use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
the crazy part is, right? I didn't get my stick until like 2011 or some shit, or like 12 or some weird ass area, right? I had a cheap ass John, like an Injustice stick or whatever. Reek made me get this. Reek is the reason why I end up playing on the stick. So, mind you,
Damn, Turbo.
everything, mind you, this is on Street Fighter 4 days and all this. I got back into Street Fighter because of Reek. He literally made me buy a PS3 stick, and we played all this shit, bro, all this shit for PS3, and was playing on the PS3 with this fucking Injustice stick, right? And I had to relearn everything. I was playing with Cammy at this time, and yo, like FADCing with the remote into instant like fucking her fucking spiral arrows and the air shits. Like I did all that shit with that 360 controller, bro. I don't know how the fuck I did it, and I don't know how the fuck I ever decided. And I'm never going back to using the pad for that shit. That shit hurt my hand. I don't know how the fuck I did that shit. Never again will I do that shit ever since I got the stick. So we started playing heavy, and I started playing with her, trying to relearn how to do quarter circles, trying to get DPs to come out. I ain't like the square gate that was in there. I brought a fucking octagon gate. I did all that, changed it up, all this. Like I did everything, bro. Like I couldn't stand it because it felt like I couldn't do the motion right. And then one particular day, I decided to take the octagon gate out and actually challenge myself to learn how to use the square gate. Because I'm gonna have to go somewhere one day where that shit is not in there, and legitly, or if I borrow somebody's stick, they're gonna have like the most weirdest shit in there. So I'm like, or they're gonna have a default. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta learn how to use the square gate shit. Yo, when I used to tell you doing DPs and quarter circles on a square gate felt so fucking weird. It was like I legitly had to get the muscle memory back. I had to understand how to do 2 quarter circles, had to learn how to do a DP correctly, how to do all that shit, half circles and all that bullshit. Like playing Street Fighter and try to do that shit was hard, but doing like Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear, it was normal. It was weird as shit. I don't understand why Street Fighter just didn't click for me for some reason. And
Is it
then
because it has more buttons?
no, I was fine with the buttons. It was just the quarter circles and all that shit. It was just weird for me. And then after a while, the stick just started doing it on its own. I started getting the muscle memory down, started getting everything straight. Like it really gotta like stick with that shit, man. Like
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah,
best part.
trust me. Like, and you know what's wild? Like, I'm weird because it's like when X decided to get a bat top, he
Oh
was
man.
like, "You got yo, Palm, you got to try it." I'm like, "Nah, man, fuck that bat top shit. I hate." I was like, "Man, I hate that." I was like, "Yo, I hate that shit." When we go to an arcade of Marvel 2, then I gotta turn Super Saiyan just to do a fucking quarter circle. Fuck that shit. That shit too hard. That's what I was saying. Watch this. That's what I was saying, right? Then we started playing Tekken, and then he let me use his joint, and I used his stick, and I was like, I might have to fuck with this bat top shit. And then I got
Is it
it.
really better?
For
Well,
me, I like
it's
this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I said. I
it's a
was the
reach.
person that was completely against it, right? X was
Yeah.
cool with experimenting. Everybody was cool. I was like, fuck that shit. When I got it and I started using, I never went back. X took that shit out, said, fuck that shit. I
I put it
kept
back
it.
in recently,
I
but
kept it. I used that shit on everything. I kept that shit because now I feel better. Because I feel like you can't cheat your inputs on there. You have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it felt better on my end, and plus the way that I play, especially with my arcade stick. X said that mine on my 360 stick. He said that shit is loose.
it
I
is
don't. Yeah, the way that I play is
because
on that.
you stress the shit out of the
Yeah,
spring.
yeah. So it's just like I feel like I need the bat top because of that. I don't want my shit to get loose. Like my shit is not
Yeah.
loose, but sometimes I feel like it's loose because I'm used to it. But yeah, like when I go to play on anybody else stick, it feel like dead weight to me. Every time I use a ball top or I'm playing on the machine, it feels like dead weight to me. I'm like, this shit don't even feel like I was like, this shit feel broken. But it's not broken. It's just that I'm used to the bat top because it's tight.
Yeah. The only thing about the bat top, the Korean lever shits, is they're prone to go back into neutral quick. That's why people use it for Tekken. Like, so you can do the wave dashes, the Korean back dashes quicker, and you can do the electrics with no issue. But I learned how to do it on the ball top first. The difference between the Korean levers and the actual like the Sanwa shits is that they don't have no gates in them. they have rubber grommets and shit in the inside of it. So it goes back in neutral quick. The only thing that sucks, it doesn't hit fucking corners well.
Yeah.
So you have to really legitly input it yourself.
Yep.
So yeah, like it's literally all that shit. So if you don't hit a diagonal right, it doesn't read it right. You have to legitly hit a diagonal to get the diagonal. So that's why 2D fighters, it's harder to use like for that particular reason. But like if you play Tekken, Soul Calibur, or any 3D arena type fighter type shit, it'll work with no problem. But
I use that on I use that shit on everything though. I use it on everything. X is like, how the fuck do you do that?
I got used to it.
Yeah,
It got on my nerves though.
Yeah, I use that shit on everything. Yesterday when I was playing you in fucking KOF 15, I was using the same stick. I use that shit on everything. You know what I'm saying? But definitely stick with it because it's just like Juice. I forgot. Adam said it. Adam said, "Yo, because I think it was like his nephew seen me and X play on the stick. We was playing like Marvel 2, and he was like, I want that. He said, no, that's an investment. And then I was like, and then X is like, nah, it really is. Like, yo, it really is an investment. He was just like, I don't know, Adam. Adam was like, if I get that, you gotta play on that every day.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta play on that every day. That's an investment, man. And not for nothing, I ain't gonna lie. I wish I had a girl to buy me an arcade stick. Them shits is 100 and up. You know what I'm saying?
No, that one because she had gotten hers, but we're cool with our GameStop like really well. I think they hooked us up. I think they got mines from New York. My Ape went and got it for me. My girl picked it. My girl paid for it, but Ape went and got it for me because I was at work. I was like, I can't drive down to the city to grab the shit.
Sure.
He was like, I'm going down there anyways. I got it, and we got a good price on it. I think this one cost us $120, if I'm not mistaken.
That's still $100.
Yeah.
That's still 120. You know what I'm saying? That's still 120, bro. Like I think I paid maybe like 150 for. I got about I got 4 sticks maybe.
Man.
I'm not counting the bullshit small one that I got. I got the first stick I got was like a bullshit mini stick. That should only work for like 2 weeks. That shit was a miniature stick.
Talk about a Genesis controller.
Yeah, fuck you, bro. That shit is small, yo. That's like I should post that shit TBT where it all started. I should post that shit.
For real.
Hell no, I was joking.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
X is trying to give me hope. He was like, you never know, you might be a beast on that shit.
No, real shit. I seen niggas use a little small joints, like, and they was going hand with it. So you never know, nigga.
That's
That
like cheat. That joint break on you.
Fuck you. Fuck
You got me fucked up. I had the Super Neo. What is it? Super Neo. You know what I'm saying? Currency of pounds, birthday gift. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We here. We giving gifts out, man. You know what I'm saying? I was looking out.
I'll give you a mic.
You know what I'm saying? What? How you gonna give away my gift to you?
He needed a stick. I gave him my stick.
And that's when he brought the other one. The one that he got the fucking artwork on.
Yeah.
You know, I recently just gave him that joint.
Nah, ain't no recently, man. You supposed to keep that. That's your first stick.
I mean,
I don't got my first stick no more. I got rid of it.
I'm the only one that still got my first one.
I got rid of my Injustice stick.
Nah, when he get a stick, I plan to get that joint back. Fuck all that. I really like that joint.
Everybody was like, yo, I didn't even know I was like the butt. I didn't even know I was the butt of everybody's jokes at the first like Red Bull joint we went to, because the first stick that I had, well, X no, like I bought the stick off of X. It was like a it was an Xbox One joint. What was it called?
It was a Hayabusa stick.
It was a Hayabusa stick. It was like they like I seen this one dude, right? And I was like, I was like, he was like, yo, he was like, I seen you before. I was like, yeah, I was at the first Red Bull joint at the Double Tree Tekken joint. He was like, yeah. I was like, I was playing with Luke. He was like, oh, you was the dude with the big ass stick, the big ass arcade stick. I'm like, man, that's what I'm known for. The dude with the long ass arcade stick.
That joint was kind of big. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, fuck
that shit wasn't even that big. That joint was small as shit. Like,
it wasn't small. The
Hayabusa joint is not that big. The one that shit ain't that big, bro. It is not that long. It's literally the same fucking stick that Juice got now. It's the same size, bro. Yeah, it's the same one.
Niggas was killing me, bro. The buttons is big as shit though. The buttons was huge. The buttons is like, yo,
I like the buttons. The buttons for the Hayabusa buttons is like they actually really dope. It's just that people sleep on them shits. Like they got like a matte feeling into them. Like yo, them shits is fire, bro.
They
Like
is, but nothing is better than Gamer Finger buttons.
I
nah, I
hate
feel
that.
like
Nah,
I
them
don't
joints
feel
is
like
like
I don't feel like I'm hitting the
Two Gamer
buttons when
Finger
I'm playing that
buttons.
shit.
Gamer
No,
Finger buttons.
no,
Oh,
the silent buttons. I don't feel like I'm hitting
that's what
it.
it is. That's what I'm talking about. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know if you talking about different brands, but the Gamer Finger buttons, you don't hear shit. That's what the bold Savage Lemonade. That's how I learned about them
savage. Lemonade.
at the local host.
yeah,
That's his PSN John. He played with I forgot how he played with, but he had
yeah,
the stick. He had like the all buttons.
Here,
yeah,
the hitbox shit.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But he had the
Uh,
Gamer Finger Jones. I never looked back. I put them in everything
yeah.
except the
But
first
you
one.
said
I ain't touched the
you
first one.
had a question for him because I know you wanted to
Mm.
ask the particular question.
There's a couple, but I started with
No,
this
I
one.
said
Huh?
nah. X had a particular
Oh,
question he
X, yeah,
wanted to.
X did. He did have
no,
a
go
question.
let yours go. I'll ask my question later because I know
Uh,
he got a couple.
all right, this
Because
is all right. Well, my question is going like different directions, but I start off with
Okay.
this one because it's simple. What was the moment when you knew like I'm a gamer, like this is what I'm going to do? I know we all had that moment, but like what was that moment for you? Like,
here you go asking the Pokemon trainer question.
shut up.
When do you think that you wanted? When were you like, I'm gonna be the very best that no one ever was?
uh,
That's more like a read you question. I ain't gonna say a Pokemon question.
um,
But damn, I ain't gonna lie, that song is long. My fault. Like we did karaoke with that song. Yeah, we did karaoke with that song at round one before. That shit is long as shit. My fault.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I just really enjoy video games. Like, I love playing Zelda. I
Mm,
love the adventure games. Devil May Cry was a big one for me.
mm,
It just brings me into a different world. You know what I mean? This is like a fantasy world that I don't think I'll ever wake up one morning and a demon just pops out and I'm fighting with my sword. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it gives me a different feeling when I'm just like I'm chilling, I'm vibing. The music's good in the game. The game keeps me like focused. Um, the game keeps my attention.
yeah.
Um,
What the fuck?
I don't think I really have a moment of when. It is moments of like different games that just like I love this game series. I love Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? It touches me in different aspects of like a fantasy world. People
Mm,
summoning monsters and people fighting giant monsters with just swords and guns. And I dig that shit. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
Yeah.
because it's not normal for me. Some people would be like, "Yo, that's weird, bro. Why are you even doing all this? Why do you even play games like that?" But like, I could ask you the same question, like, "Why do you go out every Friday night, spend like $100 in the club, and you know what I mean? You're not going home with nothing. You know what I
No,
mean?" But
Right.
I don't judge you.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
God.
I'm not judging you, but
My
No, I
fault.
feel you.
Yo,
I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat and make it seem like I was one of those dudes that be in the club and mad money and go
Mm,
home the same way I came. You know what I mean? By myself.
yeah,
But I'll never judge anybody because I'll be like, "Yo, that's your thing. You do your thing. You know,
yeah.
you do what makes you happy, even if it don't make sense to nobody else."
yeah.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
Yeah.
Some people think this shit is weird as fuck, and I'm just like, "Hey, it is what it is. I do it. I enjoy it. I wake up every morning happy. Go to sleep happy. You know what I mean? I do the adult thing. You know what I mean? I pay my bills,
mm-hmm,
take care of my car.
mm-hmm,
I go out and
Mm-hmm.
make money every day.
mm.
You know what I mean? I do everything normal that a normal adult would. I just like to play video games. You know what I mean?
Fact.
I like my fantasy shit. I love my anime.
Yeah, real shit,
This is
man.
this is me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Get the water. My man just dropped some bars, man.
Boom,
Listen,
boom.
That's
he
adult
Mm-hmm.
here,
gaming
he
for
in
you
the
right here. You know what I'm
building.
saying?
He done
Yeah,
dropped some bars.
yeah, we
I
came a
feel,
long way, man. I feel like gaming and just being a gamer. I feel like we came a long way, like for real, for
Oh
real.
hell yeah. That's a
Yeah.
definite. That's a definite.
yeah.
All
I'm
of
not
us.
gonna I'm not gonna lie. With me, I can say like I have always been a gamer, but And this is the thing, and it's wild. Like when I was like 14, nah, yeah, when I was like 14, I felt like I'm getting older. I gotta, mind you, 14-year-old saying that he gotta give up on gaming. So it was like I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna play no more. But I still played. I just had my PS2 while everybody still had their like 360 and PS3. I was still playing like Midnight Club. I had a Naruto game I was playing. I wanted to get good at fighting games, but when any and everybody come over, I would have to play like 2K or Madden. But I played multiple
Hmm.
different genres. But it was like everybody else just wanted to play 2K and Madden, so I had to play that shit. You know what I'm saying? So with me, like in my household, like of course we started off on the Super Nintendo. So I had Donkey Kong Country, I had Mortal Kombat 2, I had F-Zero, I had a bunch of different games. So with me and my family and everybody that we grew up with, it was nothing but a bunch of different games. So it's just like I feel you when you talk to certain people and they ask you like what games do you play or why do you do that? You're wasting your time. But it's just like I like to do this shit. It ain't a waste of time for me. This is something that I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't like how I don't like how some gamers want to shit on other gamers because I don't like that shit because it's like a person at my old job, right? He the supervisor, and I never do this shit again. The supervisor and like his brother that work at the job add me on PSN through the PlayStation app and they looked through my shit on all the games that I had, they was like, "What type of games is this? You got King of Fighters 14. You have Devil May Cry. You have this. You have that. You have." It's like, what games are this? Like games that I play, games that I enjoy. What you thought that? What I was just gonna play 2K and Call of Duty all day? That's not me. And then it became more like it became like a stereotypical thing, like where it was like I don't it was like I haven't seen a black person that played these type of games before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the person was Dominican that said that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? He was Dominican that said this shit to me, and I'm like, do you know that one of the best Marvel 2 players is Dominican?
Facts.
Yep.
And he was like, but he's not like me. Like I hate when people try to put a stereotype, but he's not like me or you. Like, look at how
Yes, he is.
yeah, I was like, yes, he is. You know, like I was like, yes, he is. It's just like, and what does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, and shit like that, I hate because it happens both ways. Where, like, if I'm in an arcade and people see the way that I dress, they'll stereotype me, be like, oh, he probably don't know how to play. Like, the man is wearing, like, they look at me like he's wearing Jordans and he's wearing this, that, and the third. Oh, he probably don't know how to play. Like, he don't have no anime get up. Like people do that to me in the arcade, and then they get killed. They like, oh shit, this dude know how to play. Or some people be like, oh, like you're not supposed to play this game because you're black. And I'm like, do you know how many people play this game that came that and they're black? You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where I got a homie, I got a homie named Dom that worked at a group home, right? And when he worked at a group home, he seen that it was this kid in the city that loved fighting games too, but he always felt like he had to hide it. And he never seen anybody that was from the city that was of his color that played it, and he always got clowned because of it. And he was like, "Yo, send me the video of you playing fighting games, and send me the video of you playing at the tournament." I was like, "Which one at Defender North?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yo, I got destroyed that video. I don't want to. I don't want to give you that." But he was like, "Nah, send it to me." And I sent it to him. And when I sent it to him, he said that he never had a problem with the kid ever since. He said he got up on time. He did everything that he was supposed to do, and he seen me as an inspiration.
Sure.
And that shit was like, damn, like game to me, gaming has came a long way, but we still got a lot further that we gotta go, especially when it comes on to like
Yeah.
break, especially when it comes on to breaking certain stereotypes and for people to stop doing the weird shit at
Yep.
tournaments. You know what I'm
The
saying?
weird shit.
So but yeah, like that's how like gaming for me, like I say gaming for me, I came back to it because damn, I kind of veered off. Gaming for me, I came back to it when I was 20 years old. I would never forget this. I was working a regular job, 20 years old, and I was working at Sesame Place as a cook. I fucking hated that shit. But I came home on like a Tuesday and Wednesday, and I had shit to do. I'm like, yo, I want to go get a console. I got a console, and it was wild because like I stopped making music early on in life. Like because early on in life I was rapping, but I stopped. Like it was like when I was 13, 14, I stopped. I stopped gaming. It was wild. I stopped gaming and making music at the same time. For it to come back around the same time, I started making music in 2013, in 2012 or 2013, and I started gaming again in 2013. And I knew from then that both was going to be a part of my life regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I could say that's when I knew like this is going to be something that's going to stick with me forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what about you, X? Did you ever have your gaming time where you gave up gaming and anything?
Or you
Um,
picked up a golden controller like this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
uh, to be honest, I think the one time that I gave up gaming was literally Street Fighter 5. Honestly, like, yo, Rose, Palm, and Juice will tell you, even E, everybody can tell you when Street Fighter 5 came out, dog. I was literally about to stop playing fighting games. Like, legitly was about to stop playing them shits. And I was like, yeah, no, I legitly got a PS4 because I wanted to play Street Fighter 5. Final Fantasy came out, that was good, and bitch ass Kingdom Hearts, but I ain't gonna talk about that right now. And KOF came out, and I was so amped about that game because it wasn't Street Fighter 5. KOF 14, I fucking defended the shit out of that game. I didn't care because it was better than fucking Street Fighter at the time. I could not stand Street Fighter 5. I was legit about to stop playing fighting games. Tekken came out. Tekken kind of saved it. If Tekken 7 was trash, I was legitly about to be done. Like, and honestly, I think that was the point where I started to feel like how my brother felt. And I talked about this before, but at the same time, I don't regret it, but I still feel like it's kind of my fault why he doesn't play fighting games anymore. And I know he's not going to say that, but at the same time, I feel like it is. It's Marvel 3's fault, honestly. But Marvel 3 is the reason why I kind of don't like newer games. And Reek and Rich used to bust my ass all the time. Like, they was like my competition growing up. And another dude named Ant, but we should not name him any further than that. So pretty much that whole situation. And, you know, when I played 3, I was like, I literally was deemed the king of Marvel at my house from that point on. Like, he was there. Once we finish, he'll explain it. But literally, he was there. All that shit happened. Marvel 3 was literally a game where everyone could do the most complex shit, and I was doing the most simple shit and was still fucking killing people. Just tagging people in the air, just doing air combos. Wasn't even doing OTGs like that. Wasn't doing infinites. Everybody was doing infinites, but my defense and everything else of me just playing that game, I was demolishing motherfuckers to a point where it was just 2 characters I needed. That was literally Dante and Wesker. That's when I had Super Scroll on my team. I didn't really have a real team at the time. But from that point on, that game was what broke the camel's back for my brother. How I feel about these newer games now is how he felt about Marvel 3. He was like, something is weird about this shit, and I don't like it. Ever since then, ever since that happened, he has never beat me in another fighting game since, even if we went back. And I went back with all these niggas, played Third Strike, KOF, Marvel 2, relearned. I took everything that I've done from all these other games to go back just to figure out how to play these old games just so I can fight my brother again. That's legitimately what it was for. Now that I think about it, that's legitimately what it was for. But it just never happened. So I ended up playing all this shit and finding out how to go through all that. And that was the time when that shit, like Street Fighter 5, really put me through that depression part. And I legitimately was about to stop playing that shit. Honestly, and I even tell them this now, like, Guilty
Breaking
Gear
all
is
the time.
probably, bro, I'm trying to tell you.
I be
it's
sitting there and I be like, do you even like this game, bro?
I'm
He's just
telling
like,
you, bro. Like, I go
he
through
be
it
like,
every
yo,
time I
fuck
play that
this
shit.
game.
Fuck this
Every
game.
match, even when you win, fuck this game. I'm like,
Hey.
damn.
Like, I can't, like, I enjoy some aspects of it, but the whole game in totality still gets me angry because y'all try to copy Killer Instinct instead of just doing something y'all really should have just did. That's the thing that really pissed me off. Because Killer Instinct was the last game that felt like Street Fighter 4, and it was embraced by Street Fighter 4, and I get it. But from that point on, y'all decided to try to steal something, which is the V triggers and instinct mode and all this other shit, and it didn't work out. And then y'all tried to do this half-ass shit, and it made like I waited this long to play a game at the 4 that was great to a game that was shit.
Yes.
Like, I was upset, bro. Like, I not even wasted. I legitimately played Street Fighter 4 and got into Street Fighter because of that game. To be let down by another game that's supposed to be a higher number, but it felt like I was playing some shit from back in the day that don't need to exist. Like, if I could literally tell you how much I really fucking despise that game, you understand why I don't play that shit.
We're not gonna get into this.
You know what I mean?
We're not gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? Juice already said it all.
I'm not speaking on Street Fighter 5. But listen, all I want to say is,
like,
I was. Oh, my fault. You still talking?
I'm gonna finish this up. So pretty much, the whole situation it led into that, and that's when I was really about to give up fighting games. But honestly, I think the one that made me really get into it will always be Marvel 2. Honestly, even though I was trash at Marvel 2, but the stepping stone game that really got me and was like, yo, I can do this was Street Fighter 4. That was the game that I missed the era out of. Me and my brother could have both did GameStop tournaments because Reek worked at GameStop. And he ran one of the tournaments that actually led to the one that Justin Wong won, the GameStop tournament thing, that particular one. If you remember back in 08, you know what tournament I'm talking about. Yeah. So it was that tournament. And we actually was going to go, but Rich was like, nah, I don't want to because it's on Xbox. And we was playing on PS3 at the time because fighters on PS3 felt better because D-pad wise. And I was a pad player. So I didn't like the 360 pad. And, you know, honestly, if that wouldn't have happened, and Rick was like, he called us and was like, yo, y'all could have bust their ass. Half of the niggas that was in here was trash. I was like, he was mad even watching it because he's like, yo, half of these niggas I could have beat. And I was like, Rich, we should have just went. And ever since then, I've never gone to anything until I met Palm. I told Palm this same exact story I'm telling you now. Yeah. And then when he played me in Street Fighter 4, he was like, yo, why didn't you go? Like, because nobody wanted to go by the time I was trying to go. Yep. So it was like, I missed out a whole era, but I watched all of it. But missed out on the whole era because nobody wanted to go.
Yeah. I can say the good thing and I learned through Juice, the good thing and the bad thing about me is that I will definitely push you to do the things that you want to do. The bad thing is sometimes how I might go about it, but I don't do that no more. I don't push people too hard. I used to be like how remember how SpongeBob was pushing Gary to like train? I was like that. Like I was like that. But I learned to like calm down of it. But I told X like, listen, like, cause I realized I can't go to the tournament and be trash. I gotta get good. So it was like, and all of us together, because it's like I didn't realize that we all was gonna be together making music and gaming. I didn't know. Like I knew Red X since middle school, but we never really spoke until like until college. You know what I'm saying? I met Juice when I was in college. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we all met. But yeah, like that shit is deep. I was there through X wanting to quit, and then in the beginning I was feeling like, damn, like I like these older games because even though I was playing Street Fighter 5, I'm so much of an old soul. I love everything that's older. Like I love older hip hop music. I love like older games. I just like everything that's older. Like even when I come on to sneakers, I love older sneakers. I like sneakers from the 90s. So it's kind of like with me, like I like even though I started with Street Fighter 5, I went back and played Third Strike and wanted to play Third Strike, but at the same time, I started to realize like, damn, like I missed the whole era of Third Strike and everybody's playing Street Fighter 5 and these older games.
All right. I ain't making sure, but I feel like this is about to be a Street Fighter 5 damn spiral. I hear it.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no, it's not. No,
it's about to be. It is about to be.
No, it's not.
No, it's going to be.
Yeah, so look, I just wanted to say that I just wanted to talk about.
He's not to hear.
Because I'm not even going to speak on Street Fighter 5. I'm just going to listen. I stopped playing video. I have a very deep passion for the things that I care about. I love playing video games. You know, all that. I just did a phase in my life where I wasn't playing video games anymore. And the funny thing was, Pokemon was what made me stop. Because I was like, you know what? I'm done with Pokemon. It's the same formula. I'm not coming back until the shit is 3D. and then X and Y came out, and I was like, you know what? I'm probably playing video games first, and that was it. That's
All
just,
right, cool.
that's
All
that's
right.
what I'm do. But no, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about Street Fighter 5 because
Whew.
I've had my time with that. Like X, I got a PS4 because to be real with you, I wasn't even playing. I was still playing fighting games for fun, and I did want to get like really good at them. But I didn't have anybody. Like I had my cousin Mike and shit like that. But like other aside of that, I didn't really have nobody to play fighting games with. So like I was just watching like shit. Watching. I was watching FGC pretty much behind the scenes, doing whatever. But then when they put Mega Man and Smash and all that shit, it's kind of like I was like, let me just fuck this and just go, full tilt. But Street Fighter Five burnt a lot of people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's like, but it's not a bad. It's a good game now. Like
Yeah.
if the game would have came out on release like this or at least arcade edition, it would have been like really good. But it is what it is. And
Yeah.
I feel like that happening what it did led to us getting shit like Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, shit like that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, you know, things happen, things happen.
Yeah.
But
I want to
this
say.
leads into the next question that I wanted to ask you again. What is your favorite fighting game series? So, just period.
Uh, I feel like I deprived myself with a couple of them.
Hmm.
King of Fighters being one of them.
Mhm.
Because I think I was telling Tom that the other night. I was just like, yo, I just felt like the game was just too tough. You know what I mean? I just wasn't mentally able to take it. Cause I remember last year I tried out King of Fighters 14, and I was struggling to do like the combos. Cause I was like, oh wait, this shit feels so off. Why can't I do this? I literally went back and forth between my stick and my pad. Like, yo, I cannot play this game.
Mm.
I can't. I I did a little couple of the combos and it felt like okay, I think I can do this, but it just didn't sit with me. But I felt like if I would have played them earlier, I probably would have loved this. I would probably love this series just as much as I would have loved um Street Fighter or like Guilty Gear 2. I didn't. I felt like that was a good one. I should have been playing a long time ago. I just never had people come to me and be like, "Yo, check this game out." A
Mm.
lot of the games I'm playing now, it came from a lot from people just being like, "Yo, try this thing out," or "Try this game. You might like this game. You like this game? Try this one." You know what I mean? I didn't have that back then.
Yeah.
So if my cousins weren't playing, I wasn't playing. You know what I mean? I was playing a lot of Smash Brothers. Um, anything that was kind of like versus. Like I had Tatsunoko versus Capcom. I had Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I had Rival Schools.
Love that game.
Love that game.
I just really
Fire.
wish they. If I had to pick, I would have just went with Rival Schools. I
Nice.
love Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter. I just have this like thing. I just wish they put a little bit more effort into it. I felt
Mm.
like if they put, you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
hear
We
you.
can. We
We
can.
hear you.
Sorry, my phone was going off. So I feel like if they just gave it more of a chance, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
felt like it was just given up on. I think Power Stone was also given up on. Um,
Mhm.
but if I had to like choose between all of them, it
Mm.
would probably be it would definitely be Rival Schools, Smash Brothers, and then I put Street Fighter right behind those two. Behind those
Mm,
two.
cool.
I feel that. I
Heard.
feel that.
Cool. All right, question. Right. I like asking people. I like sharing. I don't know why. I just like it's weird. Fuck it. I like doing this. I like asking people how did they come across Smash because I feel like everybody's story is unique in a way. I just want like, how did you come across Smash Brothers? That was your first time experiencing the game, coming to the
Um,
series.
when I was when I used to live before I moved when I was really young, when the 64 version came out, I saw it on TV, and
Okay.
I just thought it was funny how they just kind of got into a fight with each other, started smacking each other around. But the first time I played it, me and a couple of friends would always put the N64 outside, grab an extension cord, because my mom back then wouldn't let me bring my friends inside the crib all the time.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know
I
what I mean?
remember those days.
My
Remember
mom,
those days.
if my mom wouldn't be like, "Yo, there's too many of them being here. You gotta get them outside. You can't bring all of them into your room."
Yeah.
So me and my friends would get an extension cord and bring it outside. And then one of the kids that moved over to the block came over with the Smash Brothers. And that was the very first time I've ever played it. And ever since then, that's like, it got so serious back then. Dudes would get into fist fights over Smash.
Man.
They'd be salty, and you had to scrap. You know what I mean? You either, if you got salty, sometimes people get into it. Dudes were scrapping
Nah, I feel you,
over
man.
this video. It was serious back then. Like, we would play snowboard. I don't know if you got there with snowboard kids.
I remember
But
Snowboard Kids. Yeah, I remember that. That was the shit.
Never
That was
played
the
it. I
shit.
know of it though.
It was dope.
it was fun. Snowboard Kids 1 and 2. People used to get into it over that because we used to do the trick out contest,
Mhm.
and then dudes be getting mad. They're like, "Oh, let me take my turnover. I fell," and you're like, "Nah, you fucked up. That's it." But then people get heated over that, start scrapping.
Damn.
But to go back to it, that's how we started off playing Smash. Like, we just had the TV outside. Mom Deuce wouldn't let people in the crib,
Nah, I feel you.
so
I feel you.
I brought out the extension cord, and then a lot of the homies, when we came from football practice or when we went to go play football, afterwards, sit outside. There's games there.
Nah, I feel that's dope, bro. That's dope. I ain't gonna lie.
No
Nah,
shit.
for me, I ain't gonna lie. I like telling the story. I don't know why. It just feels magical. Cause yo, I don't know why, bro. I swear. So look,
Yo,
so look, I'm a kid, right? It's the '90s. It's like '98 or some shit, maybe 2000. Blockbuster still exists. Remember Blockbuster, bro? I don't know. Remember Blockbuster?
Oh,
Yes, bro.
yeah.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? It was Friday night, like any other Friday night in the late '90s. Go to Blockbuster and shit. I see the cartridge, right? I'm like Super Smash Brothers. I never heard of the game or nothing. I'm just looking at the joint. I see Mario, Pikachu. I see Metroid, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this is a fighting game. But I'm like, nah. But I take it anyway. I'm looking at the jump thinking like, and then I play it, and then that was it. Like, that was it.
Damn.
That shit was crazy.
Nigga said it's magical.
niggas think it's magical.
Nigga back in the
Friday
summer
night like any
days.
other night.
It's like it's crazy. It's like
Talk to me.
imagine you like pick up a random game and you look at it and you be like, I'm looking at
Okay, I
it,
see where you're
and
going.
it's like it's not what I, cause like you didn't see the gameplay at all. You're just looking at like the title
cover.
of the cover of the game, so you like it's not what I think it is, but this is what it's implying. Then you actually play, it's like, oh shit, it's really what I thought it was, and it's amazing on top of it. Like it was like just it's crazy.
It's funny that you brought up blockbusters. Do you remember a game? It was on 64. It was a fighting game. I don't think a lot of people played it though. Called Flying Dragon.
Flying Dragon?
Yeah, on N64.
I don't
If
think
you
I
look
know
it up,
that one.
you
Never played Flying Dragon.
Hold on, I'm
I
gonna look it up real quick. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
never had it. At least I don't think he had it. Cause I ain't have a 64. I would go over my cousin house and play a 64.
Fuck no, I never played this, but if I would have played it, it looked like it'd have been fire.
Flying Dragon.
it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, no, I never played this before.
Oh, I always wanted to play this game. That's crazy.
It came out before its time. It was a dope ass game. I think it came out before its time.
Nice.
But
All
it
right.
was
Nice.
This got to be a game I gotta play. This shit.
Yeah, you know what? I'm definitely gonna play this on Over DC. Definitely gonna do that.
Yeah,
Definitely
it
gonna
got to
do
be on there.
that. All right. So let me ask you a question. You ever played the game called Mischief Makers?
Oh man,
Mischief Makers.
Yeah, for the
It sounds
64.
familiar.
Yeah, Maria. He plays this chick. She was shaking shit. She was like shake, shake, shake. When she shake it up, that shit is. It's like it's a platformer, but you got like an 8-way direction dash.
Was the character like dressed in white and had like pointy feet or something like
Yeah,
that?
with green hair. Yep.
I think I might have played it. Yeah.
Yes. That's one of my favorite 64 games of all time. That game
Mhm.
was
No, it's fire.
I gotta try that. I gotta try that shit. I don't have a 64, but I'm mad I didn't have one. I literally had to go over my cousin crib to play on the 64. That's when I played the Sub-Zero Mythologies game.
Oh man, how was that?
That shit, you talking about game being unforgiving? That shit is unforgiving as fuck. Like, yo, that shit was different, man. But yeah, like, I'm mad that I did miss out on the 64 games that I like. And I also like the Star Wars racing joint that they had on there. That shit was
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that
I
joint
have
was dope too. I remember that.
that was my shit on there too. And I didn't even have the game. But yeah,
No shit.
yeah.
All right,
Um,
I got one more question for you, Rose. All
what's
And
up?
I'm gonna piggyback off the question because I know what you're about to ask. No, yeah, go ahead.
right. So you do cosplay, right? Or are you into
Mm,
cosplay rather? I know you go to conventions, so it's go hand in
I
hand.
do it. I do it for her.
All
Okay,
You
right,
know what I mean?
understandable.
all right.
So the best way I can piggyback off of that is what convention was the most fun you ever been to, and what are conventions that you look forward to going to this year, if there are conventions this year?
Um, it's between Anime Boston and Evo.
Mm-hmm.
Evo was different because it was it's fighting games. The
Yeah.
people that you meet there, like I met at Evo, I met James Chen,
Mm.
Maximilian. Um, I didn't get a chance to meet Yipes because he was commentating and he was busy as shit, so I couldn't meet him. I met Sonic Fox,
Mm.
and he's not the way that meeting him in person. He's not the way that he's a genuinely, to me, he just seemed like a nice guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He likes, I think he enjoys being that type of dude that's like everybody hates me and I love it.
Heard.
And I respect it. It is what it is. He's one of the best out there. He has every right to be the way he is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I thought meeting him was pretty dope. He's pretty cool. It came like I said, with anything, there's always a little bit of the bad. Like
Mm.
there's some dudes that are just a little weird, and and as you guys know, my girlfriend cosplays,
Yeah.
and some dudes it get a little weird and shit like that. Uh, how do I
So,
even
so
put
dudes be like, so nah, fuck that. We gonna be raw here. Dude,
Yeah.
man.
Niggas be
Was
trying to
dudes,
holler and
no,
all that.
was niggas was dudes trying to talk to her?
Yeah, it
Uh,
happens every day.
yeah,
Like it's I don't even know how to, like, I never really got into it with anybody. I never
yeah,
really felt like I had to.
yeah,
I just get weirded out sometimes. Like if I turn my back for a second, there's always like some dude trying to holler. You know what I mean? Or
yeah,
some dude trying to take acid. Like I get it, she's a cosplayer. People take photos with her and shit like that. But there'll just be some weird ones that just be like, "Oh, can I praise the booty?" and shit like that. Or can
They
I?
asked that. They wait.
Yeah, bro.
They
Yeah.
asked
Yeah,
that.
wait,
yeah.
what?
There's some.
Praise the booty.
It goes back
Yeah,
to, like, I get it. It's a con thing. People do it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it
Yeah.
personally because I don't know if that's someone's girl. I don't know how they're gonna feel about it, and I'm not trying to get into some dude with some chick that's not mine. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah,
But it happens from time to time. You know what I mean? I don't really get phased by it too much. I used to.
yeah,
I used to be ready to smack the shit out of some dude sometimes. 'Cause I'd be like, "Yo, bro, come on, that's my girl, bro. Chill."
yeah,
But it comes with the territory. She's a pretty girl. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. She's a cosplayer. She's a pretty girl. But some dudes be risking it all and
oh, shit.
thinking that they won't get punched in the mouth.
yeah.
No shit.
So do you think it's like so do you so are you concerned a lot of the times when you do go to these events that this is a thing that could possibly happen all the time when you go, or you just like it just comes with the territory
It
sometimes?
doesn't. It comes with having a girl that goes to these things that, like. to some dudes out there, you guys even mentioned it last time you were talking. There's some dudes out there that just don't know how to handle a girl liking anime or a girl liking fighting games. Because my girlfriend happens to like fighting games. She's not in love with them as much as she loves anime, but she plays them from time to time. She plays her games sometimes, and dudes just get really like, "Whoa, there's a female here."
Yo,
I mean,
Juice
it's
really be saying it's funny because Juice say that shit all the
Tom, you
time.
listen. You think I'm trying to tell you, bro? If you was in them
Yo,
them 360 chats back in the day, you would understand,
Bro.
bro. That shit ain't. I'm not joking. I'm joking, but I'm not. That's a fact.
it's funny because he make this joke all the time, and then we
no,
even
it's the
seen a
truth
meme.
though.
We even seen a meme of it, and I'm like, "Yo, this is funny. Like, this is hilarious." Like I said, it was one like it was like 3 weeks ago. A woman came into our PlayStation party, and me and Juice, me and Juice always we always shooting jokes at each other all the time. She came in, we was like, "Yo, what's up? What's good? How you feeling?" This, that, and the third. And then me and Juice just end up just shooting jokes back at each other. And she was like, "Yo, like to be honest, this is the nicest that I ever been treated at a PlayStation party." And then we was like, "For real, like, yo, what's been going on?" And she was telling us, and I was like, "Damn, like, dudes gotta chill." And Juice is like, "Yeah." Every time a chick joined the party, dudes be like, "Yo, there's a bitch in here." I'm like, "Come on, man." It had me dying. I'm like, "Yo, dudes gotta chill, man."
But there's facts behind that though. There's
Yeah.
like some dudes like I'm not gonna say his name, but he hit me up one time. He was like, "Yo, I'm going to a tournament with my girl, and I know you've been to a couple of them with your girls. How do you handle it?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Listen, respect my face. That's all I ask. I don't care
Fact.
if you look at her. I don't care if you ask her for a photo because
Yeah.
she's cosplaying most of the time. Just respect my face.
Mm.
Because if you're trying to shoot your shot at her, and what I mean, it happens. I don't
Yeah.
expect to be around her every 2 seconds to be like, oh, I need to be here to watch her. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
respect my face and respect hers. If she says, no, I'm good, don't be that type of dude that's gonna keep pushing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Then now you're disrespecting me because now you're making me feel like, okay, I'm standing here and you're still doing this.
Yeah.
Mm. Nah, real shit.
Well,
But
there's been a couple, you know,
I can believe
yeah.
it.
there's been a couple of times like, um, we were in the city
Mm.
and my girl's out there doing a little Chun-Li photo shoot with her friends, and I'm just sitting there mind my business and vibing. Some dude comes over, clearly he's fucked up, and he starts like talking to her, and she's like, "My boyfriend's right there," because she's a nice person.
Yeah.
If you come up there talking about like, "Yo, I have goldfish," she'll be like, "Oh, you got goldfish? That's his Gabby." You know what I mean? That's just how she is. She's mad friendly like that. She'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get to the point where you're just like, okay, well, can I get your number? She's like, nah, I'm good. Or
Yeah.
nah, I have a boyfriend. And then she'll be like, yo, my boyfriend's right there. My man, even though I was sitting there, he kept trying
Wow.
to the point where she came over and kissed me, and he still kept going. He was like, oh, so that's your man though. And that's when I was just like, oh no, now I'm gonna have to get real with you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I don't like being that way. I don't like feeling like I have to get out of character.
Yeah.
I'm a chill, laid back dude. I don't feel like I need to get into this whole rah rah. We need to get those hands and shit. I'm too old for that.
Yeah.
I'm too tired from working all the time. I don't got no time to be fighting with you.
Facts.
And he kept going to the point that a couple of other dudes were just like, "Yo, bro, that's his girl, man. Have some respect. Get out of here." Because the way I was feeling, I was just like, "Okay, I'm gonna probably have to smack this dude.
Yeah.
I can't. Now he's disrespecting
Yeah.
me. You know what I mean?"
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, it's I don't even know how to like. There's no way to like really justify it because it goes back to like the thing that you were talking about last time when girls can't go to fighting game tournaments without because dudes see a girl at a fighting game tournament, they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like you getting a new Mercedes, a brand new Mercedes. You're like, this is all me. Oh shit, let me. Oh look, damn, that's all me. But I feel bad. Like there's some chicks out there that want that kind of like attention, but there's some chicks that are just like There's probably a girl out there. No bullshit. There's probably a girl out there that probably mopped the floor a bunch of dudes in fighting games, but
Fact.
just won't go to a tournament because they're more at risk than we are. No dude's gonna try to sneak us into a van
No,
without the risk of
listen.
getting their ass beat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah,
Real
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
Real shit.
I was like, wait. Like you gotta, like, I'm not
No,
gonna
that's
get
what I'm
into
saying.
this. Yeah, I'm not gonna get.
Yeah, Tom's might get kidnapped. We gotta watch him.
No, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it afterwards. But we not gonna talk about it on the episode. But you gotta be careful. You
Drop.
gotta be careful. But yeah, like I have talked to certain women, and I have dated a woman that wanted to get into fighting games, and she wanted to go to the same tournaments that I was going to. But for like a lot of like the women that I have dated or the women that I have came across, they do a lot of research before they do anything. I feel like it's like
Yeah,
women's intuition or whatever. So she's seen a lot of the stuff and she heard a lot of the stories and she like, nah,
I don't want
like
no part of that. But
yeah. So it was like she was like, I don't want to have to deal with all of that. It's already bad when I go outside and I got to deal with dudes trying to talk to me. So it's just like to go to a place where I just want a game and that's it. She said she didn't want to deal with it, and I'm like, damn. So it's just like I
shit.
started hearing more and more stories, and I remember and it was wild because I didn't think my tweet was gonna get picked up or nothing. So Ernesto was talking about it one time. Like he picked up the story because and then I had commented under like what like Bum said because he was like, yo, he was like, well, he was like, if you have a girlfriend, don't take her to a FGC event. And she was like, because it's a lot of bullshit you're gonna have to deal with, and this, that, and the third. And then I had commented, like I had wrote back, and I had wrote, and I was like, yo, but what if she's going there to support you, or she cosplay and she does this, that, and the third? Because I have been at Defender North, so I seen the whole thing, and I thought it was dope. I was like, yo, they got cosplayers here, they got this, they got that, or whatever. And
Mhm.
I was like, yo, like, what if she wants to cosplay or do this, that, and the third? I was like, he was like, all of that is cool, but then you got a lot of dudes that don't care, that don't give a fuck, and they're gonna try to talk to your girl, and even when you there or when you're not there, and then a situation could go left where you could get into a fight, and then what's gonna happen? You might possibly get banned. So I didn't know that. I didn't know Ernesto was gonna pick up the story and put my tweet on there, but just talking to him because he have seen a lot. But I've been around the scene for a minute, and he
Mhm.
runs the whole Dragon Ball Fighters. Like he is, I'm not even gonna lie, he is like the Dragon Ball Fighters community. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's seen a lot of shit happen, and he's a Smash player too. People tend to forget that. Like he started off with Melee. He's really good. He's like I think he's top 10 as far as like Smash Melee, and he doesn't even
Word.
play the game no more. But he's still considered top 10. But he been playing fighting games for a minute and been to a lot of events and seen a lot of shit. So he knows how it goes. So I was just like, damn, like, and I remember asking X about this shit in 2020. Like, damn, like if I asked X, like, if you was to deal with somebody, you're dealing with somebody right now, would you feel comfortable with it? He was just like, listen, that shit, like X is like, that shit gonna happen regardless. So you might as well just break it. So I understood where X is coming from, but it's
Yeah.
just like from somebody that been at multiple events. I like, of course, I wanted to know, like, have you dealt with it? Because on stream I talked about shit like that, and me
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
have talked about shit like that. So it's like I wanted to know that. But what I want to know is this, right? Because like in 2019, I was supposed to, but I bitched out. I was supposed to cosplay as Bleed, right?
Mhm.
But I bitched out. I bitched out, right? Like when you first did it, were you nervous about it or you just didn't give a fuck? Because I wanted to do it, but I was nervous about it, so I bitched out.
Um. Honestly, I was nervous about it. I
Yeah,
was I was kind of weirded out about it because at first I was just like, I never done this in my entire life till I met her. You know
yeah,
what I
Yeah.
mean? I never even attempted it, even on my own. I'm a big anime nerd. I love video games. I never thought of doing it. I love superheroes. I just never thought of cosplaying. So
yeah,
she was just like, "Yo, just do it." And I told her no the first time because I was just like, "I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this." And she gave me that look, and I was just like, "Fuck, man! All right, fine, I'll do it." It makes her happy. Honestly, it makes her happy. Honestly, bro, I sat in is it not Times Square, in Central Park in New York. That big ass park in that
Yeah.
tight ass Spider-Man suit, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If that girl ever doubts that I love her in any way, I'm gonna be pissed. Cause I sat there in the middle of Times Square with that tight ass. And I'm not a small dude. I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
And that huggy ass, tight ass Spider-Man suit, bro. It took a
I
lot.
I thought you
It
was in
took a
your
lot.
element. I thought you was in your element. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, that's what's up. I ain't know you
It's
was
fun.
feeling like this.
It's fun because no one. I was nervous about it at first. I won't lie, but
Yeah.
honestly, the people in that community that go to conventions and shit like that, yeah, there's always going to be a bad egg. There's always going to be some weirdos out there. There's going to be those gatekeepers. I think
Yeah,
gatekeepers are the weirdest ones,
of
Yeah.
course.
and I don't want people to not go to these things because of these type of people. But the people that you go there with and the people that you meet make it comfortable. You
Yeah.
know what I
Mm.
mean? We're all superhero fans. We all love this shit. We're just all having fun.
Yeah.
And to no bullshit, the after parties be lit.
Yeah, I figured as much.
The
Yeah.
after parties be you see a bunch of people, you see Super Mario swinging from the chandeliers and shit. These people know how to have fun, like legit party and have fun without having to worry about fights breaking out, things getting out of hand. It is a bunch of dudes like after Anime NYC a couple years ago for the
Mm.
after party. We in on the dance floor, everybody singing to the top of their lungs the Pokemon theme. I think I have to find that video, but it was dope because that's just we're all at a party, we're all having fun, and we're all a bunch of people that you look next to you be like, I did not know that this dude would like Pokemon. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
would not know this dude likes Yu Yu Hakusho or
Yeah.
this person likes Inuyasha and shit like that just
Yeah.
from the
Classic.
first sight.
Yeah.
But it's dope where the camaraderie comes all together. Like we all just came to this to share our passion for anime, video games, art,
Yeah.
Mm.
um, statues, collectibles, retro games, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would tell anybody, yo, if you haven't been to a con, and definitely try Anime Boston.
Period.
Definitely do New York Comic Con. That's one of the most.
Um,
Just go on a day when it's not so packed. Well, it's gonna be packed regardless because that's one of the biggest cons out there. That
yeah.
shit is so dope. Some of the outfits that some people make, that them joints be legit. And there's some cosplayers out there that take this thing to heart. Like this is what they do. This is their passion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That they'll spend hours making the outfits, spend hours in the gym just to get the body to even
Facts.
fit the mold of the character, and they make it happen. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to one. I wanted to go to one in New York. I wanted to go to Comic Con in New York, just so I can experience it and just be around it and just see it. Because I wouldn't. I would just cosplay as Blade just to do it. Like, because I just want to do it just to say, look, I did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I always like, I just wanted to try something different. Like, let me just try this once. You know what I'm saying? And plus, like, I Blade is like you know me, like I'm super pro black, so you know Blade is just like everything to me. Blade
yeah.
and Static Shock. So I just wanted to try it, but I definitely want to go just to experience it because at Defender North, it was a lot of people. Besides what happened in 2019, that was tragic. That was my first. That was my first major, my first and only major right now that I went to.
Mhm.
But when I did go, it was dope being around everybody that do game. It was dope being around it. It was dope meeting the people, and it was dope seeing a lot of the people that cosplay. And some of the people that cosplay will be playing next to you in the tournament, and it's dope. Or they'll just play next to you in casuals, and you just meet so many dope people when it comes on
Mhm.
to a tournament. Like I like the camaraderie and the I do like the camaraderie and the people you meet more than competing. Competing is, of course, you're going there, you're competing, and that's cool, especially when you do some dope shit. But it's more so like to me, it's like after pools or before pools when you play people and you're having fun, is the laughter, everything around it to me is what I miss the most. I love streaming. I love this shit, but it's enough like to me, it's no better feeling than a tournament. It doesn't matter how big or small for me. Because
Mm-hmm.
the local tournaments, I get the same feeling that I get when I'm at a major tournament. You feel what I'm saying? And even at like the mids, like I could say the best shit for me is the Red Bull qualifiers. Those shit, it's like it's like
Fire.
yeah, it's like a middle ground between major and local.
Esports.
Yeah. So it's just like I feel like Red Bull is doing a great job with like what Red Bull does a great job with whatever like they get into as far as like how can I say this?
Grassroots
Hip
events.
hop.
Yeah,
Anything
Yeah.
grassroots, they're good
anything
at.
grassroots,
Right.
they do a great job with it because I didn't see their DJ shit. I didn't see their b-boy shit. I'm into a lot of different shit, as you know. I've seen their b-boy shit as far as dancing. I seen a lot of their stuff that they do, and Red Bull does a great job.
Yeah, they
So
really
the
do.
so the Red Bull Conquest when they was going, they had a tour and they was going to different cities, and then everybody would literally go. Everybody would go down to Nurse Street in our area and go to local hosts in our area just to compete and fight in games at the Red Bull qualifier, and that shit was the best shit ever. And it's just like the
Mm-hmm.
people you meet be so cool and dope for the most part. Of course, you have some stupid shit where some motherfuckers want to gatekeep and be like, "Oh, like how long have you been a part of the Philly FGC?" Well, you're not really considered. You have some people that's like that. You have some people that's Hollywood or whatever.
Bruh.
But then you have some people that's cool that and it's wild because it's like I realize it's never the person, and from my experience, it's never the person that been around the scene that does the most. That's Hollywood. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
talk.
Kyle probably did the most. Probably one of the people that done one of the most in the city, right? But he's
Mm-hmm.
not
Mhm.
Hollywood at all. He's cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some of the shit be weird, but like I could say like from going to tournaments and even to going to Defender North and seeing all the cosplay shit was dope. It made me want to go to Comic Con to see all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what dope costumes people could come up with.
Real shit.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Just
and for me, I really love the passion. Like going back to cosplay, I
Yeah,
really love the passion. That like you can really see it in the cosplayers, like costumes, like somebody like I like like I've seen some cosplay. You know what I'm saying? Some look provocative, some not, and they really bring the characters to life. Like it's really amazing to
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
really care.
Juice was there with me. You know what I'm saying? Juice was there with me at Defender
Yeah,
North
see
Carolina.
Melina. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
No,
but
real shit.
But yeah, like that shit is wild because I thought you was in your element with the Spider-Man shit, bro. I was like, he was like, yo,
saying?
this
no,
tight ass
yo, that it was. I love Spider Man. I think Spider Man's one a dope ass superhero, but I shouldn't be wearing his suit. It's meant for a little man. That's not meant for me. But it was mainly because it made her happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
Yeah.
always helps me. She always supports me with a lot of shit that I do, and she's always in the background, just like, yo, you need to speak. You're not talking at all. You need to do this,
yeah,
and so I always do it to help her out and support her and shit like that.
Yeah.
Um, that's the only reason why. I'll let everybody know that now. That's the only reason why that tight ass suit got on. Because, bro, it was a bitch to get on. It was a bitch to take off.
Oh damn.
Damn.
that's wild. It's wild because from the outside looking in, it's wild because this is why you never know, right? From the outside looking in, I thought cosplaying was your shit. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Oh no, that's all her.
Yeah,
I do
Good.
it. I do it sometimes because it makes her happy, and I enjoy it. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not gonna say I don't have fun with it because the one that we got the most fun with is when we did the Bowsette in Dark Mario. When she
Okay.
had a lot of people, we had a lot. Some people took it the wrong way, where she had like the collar on me,
Mm.
and
yeah,
she had like the joint wrapped around her wrist.
yeah,
Some people loved it. Some people were just like, "Ah, that's a bit much," but we had fun with it. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never do that again because she don't know how to act with that shit. No, she was getting a little too into character, bro, because she was taking a photo because there was mad people asking us like, "Yo, can we take a photo? Oh my god, we love this, we love this, we love this." And she was feeling herself a little bit, and I just felt like, okay, you talking a little too hard, baby girl. You gotta chill. You talking to me right now. But it's fun, man. It's something that if you have never done it, give it a shot. You know, you never know if you might not like it at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do want to ask this, and I don't know if this is the last question because we've been going on for almost like
I
3
have
hours.
one more question.
I
I
didn't realize.
That was my last question.
Yeah, I
That
have
was
one more
literally my
question,
last
and
one.
we are on 3 hours and about 30 more seconds.
Copy.
all right, so
Okay.
Juice, you want to ask your question? You want me to
There
ask
you
your
go
question?
first. You go first.
All right. I think I forgot my question. Damn,
God
hold on.
damn.
Hold on. Let me try to think. Let me try to think about it because I think I had something good. Oh yeah, how from your perspective, how did you meet all of us and how did you come across all of us? I know this is late to ask this question, but
No, it's cool.
yeah,
I think I met you first. Cause I remember the times when I used to talk to you and you were telling me about the airport and shit like that. 'Cause when you first mentioned it earlier, I was like, oh shit, I do remember that. You did
yeah,
work at the airport.
yeah,
But I think I met you first.
yeah,
I think I met Red right after.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because I think you hosted him and I saw his stream.
yeah,
And then I think it was the same thing with Juice.
yeah,
It was a while. I don't know when, but I think I've known you guys for at least a year and some change.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it should be about. Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
so.
something like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's about right.
Yeah, I think with me like it's been almost as far as like we know Rose, it's been almost 2 years now. I can say that because I ain't gonna lie, and I hated this time because everything was going on. Like the first time that I spoke to Rose on his stream was when everybody was being outed that year.
Oh man.
Yeah, listen. He
Outed?
was
What do you mean?
Yeah,
like
the Evo shit and all that.
yeah,
FGC was going through the
yeah.
turmoil. Yeah.
Yeah, so like he was playing and was wild. He was playing Guilty Gear for like the first time, and I hopped on this and I hopped and I was watching this stream and I was talking to him about shit because that shit was affecting me so bad because of everything that was going on. It was
Yeah.
affecting me. It was fucking with me because it's like damn, like I really love this shit and this shit is going up into flames right now. And
Yeah.
that's when I had met Rose because it was like I felt like I could talk to him about that on the stream, and
Yeah.
then on the stream I talked to him about it, and then like we started building a rapport and got cool. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like he was always to me he always was trying his best to support everybody the best way he can. He
Yeah.
always talking about like coming by and just making sure that he always supported everybody that was up and coming. And I was on the same. You know what I'm saying? Even before I was streaming, like I said, like it didn't matter how many viewers somebody had. If I fuck with their content, I was gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild. I don't know if this happened to y'all, but with me,
Mm.
I barely even watch the big streamers that I used to anymore because I'm like I just want to support the smaller streamers. I don't even want to call some smaller streamers the upcoming streamers. I just
Yeah.
want to watch them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's so much of shit of Max that I don't even watch or I miss out on because
Facts.
I don't even. To be honest, it's not that I don't care. It's not that I don't like watching this shit because I still think this shit is entertaining. It's just that I just like watching everybody else. I want to see everybody else grow. So I want to ask y'all, did y'all go through the same thing where it's just like soon as you became a streamer, you was like, man, like I don't even care to watch the top streamers anymore. I wanna help the smaller ones grow or the upcoming ones grow. Like and sometimes I'm not even gonna lie, some of the upcoming streamers are just more entertaining to me.
Yeah.
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 Honestly,
Because
yeah.
no, go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You sure?
So yeah, no, go ahead.
No. I just want to make sure, but it's a different feel because with some of the top dudes that you watch, you're used to them. You see
Yeah.
that they do the same thing over and over. You're just like, all right, it's okay. We are. I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna talk about this. You're gonna talk about that. If I just need information on like games and shit, I'll go to them. You know what I mean? I'll probably watch the video for like a couple of seconds. But I was just like, I have friends that, you know, probably know just as much as you do. They just don't make videos on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd rather go to someone and try to help them get their shine, because it's like their knowledge might be more than this person's knowledge. Even though they might just have a big name and people go to them and they just watch them. But there's plenty of people out there that have knowledge. You guys, my man Lucky J,
Mhm.
Rex, a lot of streamers that I just watch and just chat with, because I feel like they're my homies. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys are my people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I could actually talk to you guys and ask you guys a question, and I could get an answer right then and there. You know what I mean? Oh, how would I punish this? I could watch the video. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person that I learn more hands on. If
Yeah.
someone could just sit there and show it to me, I'll learn it. That's
Yeah.
how that's like the other day with your boy Ace. He came back. He came out of the blue, and he was like, "You're having troubles." He just popped out of nowhere, and I was just like, "Yo, I'm having issues trying to do supers," and he just like, "Yo, go on to online training mode, and I got you." He helped me. He's one of the most patient young people I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
he
oh,
was like,
he
"Yo,
grew, he grew to,
He
he
grew.
grew to,
He grew
he
that.
grew
He
to
grew
be,
to that, bro.
he grew to be patient. Trust
Yeah,
me.
bro. Trust me. He
He
was.
grew,
Whew, the
oh,
boy,
word."
bro.
yeah, he
Yeah.
grew to be patient. Like
Oh, because he was
I'm
sitting
proud of
there,
him.
because I was sitting there struggling doing he would do the combo, and I'll try to copy it, and I literally sat there for like maybe an hour and some change, struggling on one combo,
Mm.
and he just sat there and watched me do it.
Yeah.
So it's shit like that I could appreciate talking to. I'd rather go to another streamer and watch them do it, because I could get a straight answer. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yo, how could I handle this, or what should I do in this? And they'll just be like, you know what, this is what I do. It might
Mm.
not work for you, but this is what I do. I can get a straight answer, and I can be like, okay, I could test what you do out. And then, it gives you that extra view. It gives me someone to be like, yo, I don't know shit on this, but I got someone that can help.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I'll send them to like you guys, or send them to Lucky, or send them to Rexy, and be like, yo, I don't know much about this character, but I know you play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could kind of like, you know, do something there. You might get yourself a new viewer for the rest of your streaming time. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
might just come back because they're like, okay, this dude's informative, and he'll give me a straight shot answer. He'll actually talk to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I think that's why it's more better. That's why I gravitate more to other streamers, because I could just get a straight answer back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
No, I understand. Personally, I'd say yeah, that definitely did happen to me. I stopped watching a lot of like people I used to watch a lot. I started watching a lot of like up and coming people. Like I pop in here and there to like Yipe shit, and I pop in here and there to Max join. But it's like I rarely be watching Max shit, and then I'll probably hop in there when like Yipes is doing like Guilty Gear shit, or like he just listening to music and talking and shit. That's literally probably the only time I really hop in there. Like I don't even be in them shits no more like I used to. Like it is what it is, but it's just like ever since I started streaming, it's like I didn't care for it no more. Like to watch them, like I rather just watch everybody else.
Yeah.
And then same thing happened with music, which is fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
I stopped listening to a lot of people that I used to listen to, and just started listening to everybody around me. And then just like it's the same exact shit. Like once you kind of already got into doing certain stuff, you just either you stop watching the old shit because you make it, and then it's just like you just don't want to see that same shit, or you just want to watch somebody that's like different and chill. So it's like you get a different aspect of like something else. You know what I mean? It's weird. It is kind of like how you said it. You already know what they're gonna do. So it's kind of like, all right, well, they on a set schedule. I know what he's about to do today. He's already telling me he's gonna play this today. So if I feel like watching this, I'll watch it. If not, I'll just skip out of it and watch somebody else. Like it's literally like TV. Like but they'll be fine regardless because they up in, whatever the fuck they at. So it's cool and all, but yeah, I definitely gone through that. I'm probably still going through it in the sense where it's just like, yeah, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I do wanna say something on a side note. Yo, Rose, that when I started working at FedEx, and I took a week off a break, took a week off of streaming, right? Rose hit me up like, "Yo, is everything good?" I'm like, he thought I'm like, "Yo, I'm
Cause he
straight
was
up."
with MIA. I was like, yo, this
I
man
went
is
I went a week.
get the man off me.
I just went 1 week without streaming. He was like, "Yo, you good?" I said, "Yeah, yeah, man. I just had to take like a break because like I was doing a lot of like physical work at my job, so I had to get used to it. I'll be back on." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Damn."
I remember that shit too.
I was like, "Yo, that shit was like." I was like, "Damn, I can't." I was like, "I probably can't take a week off. I don't want people to go worry." Like that's why I feel like now I have to do more. I got to be more responsible and make an announcement like, "Yo, I won't be streaming for a week." Because I don't want people to be like, "Oh shit, he went off the grid. Something happened." Because that happened to somebody that I'm cool with now that stream. Like she went off the grid, and I was like, "Yo, you good?" And then like I was like, "Oh, she had to take a break or she went on vacation or whatever." So that's why in December I was like, "Yo, listen, I'm gonna be away for a week. I'll be back. I'll be back, and I'll stream soon as like January hit." Like I
Yeah,
didn't. Yeah, I was like, "Damn!" Like I don't want nobody worry about me like that. Like to the point where they think something happened. I'm like, "Yo,"
true.
I was like, "Yeah, I needed the break. I needed to." Because it's like when you start working, because I didn't work for a year. So when I started working again, my body had to get adjusted. But yeah,
No,
like
I
shout,
feel you.
yeah, but I want to say like definitely shout out to Rose because he really when he built a rapport, he really do care. Like that shit was different for me. I was like, wow, like I was like, yeah, I was like, he's different. When he built a rapport, he definitely cared. He cared to see everybody grow. He cared to see everybody do their best. And like I said, like I'm on firsthand where I seen it from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like I can call Rose a day one because he been around since I started streaming from day one, supporting.
Yeah.
It don't matter how many people in the stream, how many people not in the stream. He always come by. He show love, man, and then he always let me know when he's off the veggies. And that, I gotta keep that name to myself though, because me and one of my homies gonna actually start like me and the homie Tom Mary gonna actually start a podcast called Off the Veggies.
Period.
Yeah,
Word.
we're gonna start that probably next year or whatever. We're gonna be talking about a lot of personal shit
Yeah.
that goes on as far as like, you know, being black and an American and some of the shit that we deal with.
No,
So
fact.
definitely, man, like I like, and I ain't gonna lie, doing podcasting is probably like one of my passions. Also, that be definitely passion because before I could say before COVID, I was going through, and even in COVID, I was going through wild depression. A lot of people,
Shit, nigga, I'm still going through a fucking
That's
depression.
yeah.
goofy.
Like, fuck all
So
that shit.
so it was like, yo, when I tell you, like I could tell you that I recently climbed out depression, meaning after December.
Yeah.
So the whole entire time I was streaming, and because a lot of people hear like some of the times the high energy, or I be chilling playing the game and I just be on
Texas.
chill. A lot of people don't know like I was going through it. Like I was depressed for a long period of time.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? So I could say that streaming definitely helped me out, and a lot of y'all in here a lot of y'all in here, everybody that's in here, regardless of the people that's muted or not, or a lot of people that do listen and do support, a lot of y'all help me get through it. A lot of y'all keep me going. You know what I'm saying? And Rose is a part of that. Like he definitely kept going. Red X kept me going. Everybody that been around supporting definitely kept going. Just somebody just to have somebody to talk to or whatever the case may be really did help me out. So it's just so I want to thank all of y'all for that.
Man, problem,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, no problem. And answer your question.
Oh yeah, so
Personally, I never really watch. I'm not.
he
I'm not.
um
You know. I'm not really like a trendy dude. I don't follow trends. I was never that dude. You know what I'm saying? So like, I never really watch. If I watch somebody, it's because I like their content. So like, I was
Yeah,
watching Max because I fuck with Max, like everybody do, but not
yeah,
Mm.
because he's Max. You feel what I'm saying? So like, a lot of the big name people, some of them I only knew because I like the content. A lot of them I didn't really know. So for me, it would be like it didn't. For me, that it really didn't matter.
Yeah,
But like X was saying with the music, definitely.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
I feel like when you do a craft, it comes a point where you stop becoming you stop becoming a patron of it. Like you're still a fan, but because you're doing it, you no longer like you feel what I'm saying? Like if it makes sense, like it's
yeah,
like it's like once you become a chef, you might not necessarily eat out as much. You might cook more often. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
Yeah.
like
yeah,
that.
No, that makes sense.
yeah.
Okay.
So you got
Oh
one
yeah,
last
yeah. One more
question?
question, right? All right.
Yeah.
First, before I get into the question, I just want to let you know I'm not really good with Instagram like that. So I don't so like I want to say I appreciate whatever you put myself up in the story. I just don't know how to like reciprocate that back in the digital. So I
No,
finally got the time to
it's
tell you. But yeah, I really do
it's
appreciate
all
that.
good. No worries.
Yeah,
I just do
no
it 'cause I
problem.
just want people to just to see it. You know what I
Juice
mean?
kind of
'Cause
prehistoric. He's a dinosaur. So
it's all good. No worries, man. I just want people to see it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? If I oh, it's free just to share something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? There's
yeah,
people out there that be DMing people. I be seeing the posts and people be like, "Oh, DM me for a promotion and shit like that." That shit don't cost nothing.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You hit the share button and
yeah,
post it on your page, and somebody there's like thousands of people out there. Someone's gonna come across it and be like, "Yo, that's fire."
yeah,
Yeah.
You got yourself someone that's just gonna look at it and be like, "Okay, I'm about to go check the rest of this new shit out. I
yeah.
like this. I'm about to go see what else." That's all
yeah.
it takes.
No, real shit, real
You know
Yo,
shit.
what I
and
mean?
that happy birthday picture that you made for me was fire.
I don't
I
know that.
That shit was fire, bro. I like that shit. That shit was dope. That shit was dope. Yeah, Lee and he had the happy birthday joint. I was like, yo, this is fire. He had my name, he had my tag on there. I was like, damn, I wish I could post this all the time, but it ain't my birthday. Like, yo, like that shit is dope. I like that. That
Yeah,
shit definitely was fire.
yeah. All
No,
right.
that was shit.
And the question is, what, and if you feel like, are there any milestones or accomplishments that you feel like you have accomplished so far? And if you have, would you like to talk about it right now?
Everything that I generally want is not there yet.
Mm.
Um, I want to one day just start streaming. I have like
They can't.
500 to 1,000 people there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, I would. I just want to be better than I was the day before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I
yeah,
feel
want to
Yeah.
be better money wise. I want to be better um, all around. Car. No, I like my car. I want to find who like
that.
that. Just to live happy, man. That's just basically all I really want. I'm not one to front money. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not one to front all this expensive shit. Cause that's not me.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm a gamer. I'll spend more money on my games than I do on my sneakers. You know what I mean? Well, let
yeah,
me
Fact.
not say that. That's a lie. Depends on which sneakers, but
yeah. I
Fact.
can't I can't say that because I know I spent like the most that I spent on a pair of sneakers like $400 and something dollars.
you,
Yo,
you
fucking
even like,
wild,
I,
son. Yeah.
I never did that. I think the
Yeah,
most
I
I
ain't never
spent
do
on a
that.
pair was like two.
Yeah, I spent
Yeah,
400
facts.
and I gotta
yeah,
Nope.
fix. I gotta
yeah.
fix the what's it called on the front of them. I'm mad as shit, man. I spent 400 and something on those sneakers, man. They was the Piston Sixes, man. Patent leather joints, man.
Shit.
Nope.
Yeah, I always wanted them as a kid, so I was like, I'm
It's,
gonna
it's,
get them, and I
you
got
make
them.
money, you work hard, you might as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Not
but
paying no 400 for no fucking sneakers. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, you gotta be facts, bro. You gotta be
I'm
listen.
sorry, bro.
that's
Listen,
what I like. It ain't about
listen.
what
No,
y'all
no, no,
gonna
no,
I,
do.
listen.
I
Duffel.
understand
No,
that,
no. It's called
but
the duffel
that shit
bag.
wild.
Hit zip zip. You feel what I'm saying?
No, no,
It's like the.
no.
Five finger discounts. I know.
Subscribe to when
Real
um
shit.
Yeah, they want ads in the beginning.
All right, so do anybody got anything
Like
to
a
say
30
while we
second
close?
ad or 15-second ad.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, my bad. You want to go
And
additional?
no,
they
go
actually
ahead.
I was just
uh,
gonna say, this has been episode 8 of Just Friends Podcast with Rozay. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get to my tags in the beginning, but like always, I dropped the bitches at the end. So you know, it's
no,
your boy Juice,
when you're live,
aka
it
Boneless
doesn't do that. It's
Nuggets.
just making
I don't feel like
people
doing
say,
that right now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
oh,
keeping it real.
You don't feel like dropping your tags.
All
All
right.
right, all right.
I gotta wait.
So I go by Palm, aka Palm215. You can follow me on everything.
Yeah,
Well,
you can't
you gotta do underscore Palm215 for Twitter because somebody
you
made
can
Palm
put an
two
ad
the
there.
regular Palm215. I
Damn.
don't know who the fuck that is, but it's underscore Palm215 on Twitter. Everything else is Palm215. Twitch is Palm215. YouTube is
Wait, what's this?
Palm215. SoundCloud is Palm. I don't think it's Palm215.
It's
But yeah,
Palm. It's
yeah,
Palm.
Yeah.
it's just Palm
Yeah,
or
if you
whatever
want
the
to do
case
that.
may be. I am not a Pokemoner, but I support anybody that play Pokemon. Shout out to y'all.
You
Yeah,
lying? You playing Pokemon
Mr.
Go?
I'm Mr. We here. We in the building. Go ahead, X.
Actually, want to give
Jesus
you
Christ.
handles.
Yo, it's your boy Red X2213. That's on everything. And also the Red X2213 is the gaming page. SoundCloud is Avanti the Nephilim 69. That's another thing. I don't want to get into that, but that's long ass reasons for that. And YouTube is the same, but it's really not. You just got to put in Red X2213 because if I give you the actual tag, you'll still find it. But it's Gears of War Player 02. Yes, Gears of War was my shit, and I love it. And pretty much, yeah. We live and direct from 215, and this was episode 8, and we out this bitch.
Yeah, Rozay, would you like to give your tag?
Yeah.
It's Rozay's Way on everything. Twitter, Instagram. I don't even use my Facebook no more, so
Okay.
we don't need that. But
Yeah.
you can find me on Twitch at Rozay's Way, Twitter at Rozay's Way, and Instagram at Rozay's Way.
Okay. Cool.
Shout out to the Capsule Corp boys, the Squirrel
Mhm.
Squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to
Um,
Kevin Support. Oh yeah, you'll definitely shout out to Kevin Support, man. They be supporting too. Definitely shout out to Kevin.
Heavily.
Definitely supporting. I gotta be
You gotta
active a
pay
little
out,
bit
yeah.
more on Discord. I'm not really that active.
no,
Yo, facts.
trust me,
I be seeing
it's
it.
it's a little dead here
When
and
it's
there.
partner,
But when dudes are talking, dudes are talking. It's more chill. It's originally meant for everybody just to come together and try the game. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So everybody has at least had someone they could try to like. Hey, I don't play Melty Blood as much, but they'll find someone in there that does. You know what I mean? That's what I just genuinely wanted the Capital Corp to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Besides being an esports team down the road, but that's
True.
just
True.
that's a work in progress.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I'm gonna
my-
try this show one more time. It's your boy Juice. I'm tired of this shit. Mega Juice Man on Twitch. Bad Boy Eve on Xbox. AMBM Juice on PlayStation. And pretty much, and Mega Juice Man on Instagram. Check out the Game Bar for more of our content. Just Frames podcast at Audio Mac. Just Frames on YouTube. Just Frames in your brain. Just
and
remember
then
that.
you gotta drop your
Mm.
cash app juice baggies. You know what I'm
Juice
saying?
Oh yeah,
baggies,
Juice Baggies. You know what I'm saying? Support your
Cash
guy.
App, Cash App.
But yeah, this has been episode 8. We'll name this later.
The
Peace.
best of both worlds. We out.